All right, how is everyone doing? This is Cosmic Boogeyman. Welcome to my live. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. I am on TikTok and I'm on YouTube tonight. So if you're just joining me, welcome. I am reading for free this evening. If you're joining me, I would love to have you guys hang in there and just get some free readings from me. But yeah, I am going to be pulling from a double tarot deck. Kind of looks a little faded out, or almost like white out tonight. I don't know why it looks so rough. But yeah, hang in there. Let me get the queue started. If you're joining me on TikTok, just let me know. Just type into chat. Let me know you're looking for a reading, and I can read for you. On YouTube, use !join, and I think I should open up the queue now. You should see that opening in a second on your end. So all you gotta do is type in !join as it says there in the chat. And you can even type in, as you just saw Fatty May, when they type in that word general at the end, it just allows me to see that they want a general reading. All right, Fatty May, I'm going to jump right in there with you because I am getting warmed up. I haven't read for the last couple of days. I did a practice Aquarius read the other day just for myself, and I just kind of recorded it to see what would happen. It worked out really well. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection and introspection, self-reflection. But one of the things I've been looking at is kind of like what I want to do going forward. So I'm kind of curious. And this is why I was actually talking about Fatty May today, believe it or not, and talking about the channel. And Fatty May, your name came up. So let's see what you get for a reading, because this is one of those things I was talking about. So you guys, once the camera goes dead, don't think I don't think about it. Or think about the readings or the connections. And there it is. See, random card pops out. This is from the secondary tarot deck. This is like, so I pull from I pull from 2 tarot decks if you're just joining me. But anyway, this is your first card. Look, offer June 6. It goes a little deeper than that. Let me see if I can kind of adjust the camera here a little bit. Let's see if that helps. Okay. But one of those things when we get 6s, we're getting that like it's commitment energy, but it's long term. You can see the offer here. The offer's sitting there. The offer's out there. But this is one of those things I was trying to explain today. Like, you're on a journey. This journey could be for yourself, could be for somebody else, but I think this journey's more like you're connecting to something long term. Because this 6, when we look at numerology, is representative. And I'll tell you more about the tarot in a second. But what I was talking about today, this is how your name came up. But I was talking about numerology, and we're jumping back and forth between tarot, numerology, my channel, and how these things connect. The planet that's aligned to 6s is Venus, which is love. It's like loving, caring, that individual aspects, those things. It's about manifesting from spirit. On the material level, it's like if you ever see like bees or honeycomb, you're like, how do they do that? They don't communicate. It's a spiritual connection. They're not talking to each other. They're not like leaving post-it notes everywhere going, hey, number 575, the queen wants you to... No, there's no... it doesn't work like that. You might be seeing a lot of green colors. That also associates with it. Let's keep pulling here. I'm kind of curious to see what you get. All right. It's a logic card, but I still like it. See the 5s. Ooh, what's the blockage? And this sometimes happens in our reality. Look at this. This is this card from this primary deck. That already jumped. It pre-jumped from my secondary deck. So just so you know, that's pretty much telling me something. It wants me to give you these 3 cards for your heart chakra, which would be the center. And I'm really opposed to kind of just taking 3 for the center. That's a little greedy. Not on your end, on my end. I just need 1. Look, I'm kind of trying to fine tune my readings just so you guys understand this. Why I don't like pulling all those cards. If I can't say it in 1 card, then don't say it. That's kind of how I'm rolling, just so you understand. 3s. I'm going with the principle 369. You guys should take a look at it. It's the essence of everything. How can you get to a 6? You had to start with a 3. That's the numerology. It's about being creative, ambitious. You're very expressive, you're inspirational, and you understand the happiness. You understand what's critical in your life, and you understand if impatience comes through, it's also intolerant. So it's kind of the balance of 2 parts, 2 wholes. You may not be compatible with someone who comes across as egotistical, and that could be what's being shown here. But we're talking about commitment long term. I love this. This is like getting married in a church in a formal setting. It's blood and paper kind of thing, you know, like you have to really put your effort in. We're popping with the seven of pentacles. Sevens are also important, and I'm going to go through these tarot cards individually here in a second, but what I'm looking at and I'm trying to understand and connect with this is why your name, you're the first read, why we're getting into the numerology, and here we are reading you tonight as an impromptu read. Really, I kind of knew I was going to read, but I didn't know what I was going to come up with. Let me keep pulling here. Burdens, emotional burdens. Maybe there's a lot of, and this is the thing, if you're setting people on track or you're kind of connecting people, you're understanding, harmony's a lot of work. It's not just easy. It's a lot of effort, and it has to be adjusted and corrected at some time. And there's that King of Wands energy. King of Wands energy, there's no number associated with it. It's just being courageous, powerful, saying, yeah, I'm willing to take on that challenge. A lot of passion here in your strength. Top of the hill, you're not trying to block or stop anyone. You're just trying to protect that this is being creative. Like you can actually see when you look down upon everything, you're trying to oversee whatever this is. Queen of Pentacles energy. All right, you can see as we started to get away from the numbers, you can see the 3 6s and the 9s. This person may not be in your energy yet, but you're clearly looking for them. So let's go through the tarot cards of this. Let's just break it down. We're gonna give it a quick walkthrough. All right, sixes of cups, emotional cards, nostalgia, gifts, innocence. We all love that. We all love, hey, our first kiss, the first handhold. That's what you want this to be the first of. Remember the first time we met? Kiss on the forehead. Oh, that's so sweet. That's what this emotionally connection is. That's where we're getting to. I'm going to jump to harmony because it's very important, because the harmony is about long term. It's about working together, but being generous too. This is about collaboration, teamwork, community, commitment. You can actually see the pentacles they're infused into that granite. That's what you want. You want to say, hey, when I'm working with you, when we're working together, we're together. Let's keep going. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, that is a earth sign, and we're talking about the continued commitment here from wherever your heart chakra is. You want this to be a physical long-term commitment, but you want them to show up. You want them to be resourceful, powerful, happy, giving, but also be domestic. Also very, very honorable, by the way. Let's keep reading here, because I usually jump across here through logic, but this gave me harmony. Harmony is important for you. Whatever this is, this 5 Pentacles, like we said about earth signs, 5 Pentacles in reverse is almost like coming into your own growth. No more worrying, no more isolation. Your financial loss is over, because you're realizing, oh, I just got to grab the steering wheel here, and the universe says yes. So you're lining these up. Short throw energy says, oh, you just got to basically take control of money. And you're like, oh yeah. And whatever you do, this has not been decided, because that doesn't look like it's exactly there. But money is the part of your understanding. You're looking back on past, and doesn't have to. Look forward. Keep going. I love the wands, and I love them because they're passionate. 9 of Wands shows us a lot of differences. Creativity, projects, understanding. But it also could be burdens. But you're maintaining boundaries. You're maintaining and being persistent with your boundaries and connections. You're saying, hey, no. It's kind of like we're just friends, or I enjoy your company, but I'm learning from you spiritually. Those kind of boundaries are really important. But don't overemphasize like the connection. Emphasize what it is that you're trying to get from this. Follow that happiness. That's what the universe is saying. When we go down here from strength, that's what this is. At the top of the mountain, the top of the hill, your Mount Everest, as it would be. That's what the universe wants you to know. Maintain your boundaries and maintain those boundaries at all times, but be persistent. Understand, people might take advantage of your energy as you go forward, but be persistent. Moving forward, we're running back. The universe says, I'm going to test you on your emotion, because you're saying, I want this. The universe says, I'm going to give you exactly what you want, and then what's going to happen? What are you going to do? Because when the universe delivers on this manifestation or creation, you're going to also have to be generous. You're also going to have to be giving and helpful. You're also going to have to be empowered. But this is going to be your creation as well. Don't put too much emphasis on this, but be persistent. Maintain the boundaries. Be persistent. Someone may try to test you. How much can I get away with? Be persistent. We already talked about the 3 of Pentacles. Let's jump over to the 7 of Pentacles going in. You can actually see this. This is an outflow of energy going to this way. That means into the future. 7 Pentacles means with your patience and hard work, you are going to have success because you're understanding something. And I know you're looking for a general read here. The universe says whatever you're doing, your spirituality is going to lead you to bigger and better. You have to be bold and courageous. But let your logic be led by your spirituality. It's a really testful thing, and it's hard. But you can see you're on your head here. And I'm not saying that you represent a King of Wands, but this is Leo energy. We have this deep energy, and we'll go through this right before I end. But the Queen of Pentacles is on your mind. On your mind. And you can see this Queen of Pentacles is there, and it's giving you something. Teaching you something, growing something. Earth energy, again, like I said, what have we been focusing on? Earth energy, and this is the Queen of Earth energy. You're saying, hey, I want this person to be committed long term. Let me take a quick look here. I'm going to just walk through the signs as I see them. 6 of Cups, as I've been talking, Scorpio, death, rebirth, that's emotional. That makes tons of sense. Again, here, universe says, okay, you want to be reborn? Let's do it. Can you follow the script? Heart chakra with the 3 of Pentacles. Long term, that's Capricorn, devil in the details, What are you looking to do in the long term? It's also Queen of Pentacles. That's lining up your harmony, saying, hey, at the end of the day, this is what I want. Universe says we're on track. 7 Pentacles. 7 Pentacles is a little bit more dedicated to you trying to push something. It's your King of Pentacles energy. It's your Hierophant energy. It's you making a life lesson happen. It's a gray area. If you're going to be spiritual, well, then what else can you do with this? It's okay to test it. It's okay to grow it. But don't abuse it, don't misuse it, and don't let your ego take control. Spirituality is always a test, and that's the burden. Going down to the 10 of Wands, we're going to go down here. This is Sagittarius, this end of the year energy, temperance, patience. Understand that what you have is a gift, and what you have is a very, very, very precious gift. Don't abuse it, don't lose it. Keep going. Just mentioned it. King of Pentacles. Universe says when this offer happens, you roll into a King of Pentacles energy. You may not be, like I said, you may not be this kind of energy of King of Pentacles now, but you will be rolling into this wise investor. I'm making investments into everything I do. Taurus energy, Hierophant. Wherever this is, you're saying, hey, I'm investing not just in money, but in relationships, in connections, in my own well-being, in my own self-care. You're going into this with your harmony is very, very important. All decisions are made with this in mind. All right, Fatty May, makes sense. Really does. I love this read. I love this read because it's teaching us a little bit about ourselves. Long-term growth is important, but what are we trying to get? What are we trying to get out of this? You're basically teaching us through your reading. Be mindful in every action, because being mindful allows us to be basically practical. But even practicing that mindfulness throughout even your entire day, not just saying, well, what do I want for lunch? I don't know. People give a lot of decision to those things. But when you decide and you start connecting, mindfulness is going to cultivate awareness about all things. It's going to say, hey, what are you looking to align your spiritual energy to? And this person or other partner, they come in, and not for nothing, they're your true twin flame. That energy, it can jump. We just say, oh, that twin flame or that person, they're always in that body. No, they're not. If we associate that energy to just a body, and you ever feel bad, it's like, because whatever it is, that energy left, it comes back. If you've ever felt something, that twin flame, when they're aligned with somebody else and you're aligned to your true spirit, they come into one. And that's what you're trying to do, is be mindful with this action. Understand that you're being present. You're understanding why you're there. It doesn't matter if you're taking a walk, you're eating, you're at work, or you're even just breathing. Take a moment and just appreciate the fact that you have this. You have this opportunity to go through these motions. All right. I think you have a lot of spirituality coming in your life in the near future, but you're going to basically use it to help a lot of other people. All right. If you're just joining in, ! Join. And then you can type your question in right after that. All right, let me adjust here and check on TikTok. If you're joining TikTok, thank you. Perfectly Imperfect is joining me over on TikTok. I'm going to read for them next, and then I'll jump back to YouTube. But yeah, Fatty May, thank you very much. You guys follow along. Let's see. They said last night I dreamt. Oh, see, this is good. This is good. I didn't even read the question. I just saw the ! Join. All right. let's take a look at this. Last night, I dreamt that I was in a world made of tungsten. Is there a significant meaning? What? That is crazy. What is this? Why is this card in here? Let's get this back up. That was my fault. That was my fault. Perfectly imperfect. All right, tungsten. A world made of tungsten. That's so cool. And this is how like crazy movies are made, right? That's so amazing. All right, let's get going here. Let's give you a 9-card read. There's there. I saw it. I saw the black 2 of Cups just come running through like a glimpse. It was a divine communication without a doubt. Anytime you dream, anytime we have a dream, don't dismiss it. It's a nugget. It's just a hint of something for somebody else. This is what Perfectly Imperfect's doing. The Perfectly Imperfect is saying, hey, I am looking, and they're actually typing now saying they've been looking into this all day. Dreams are really nuggets from the other side. They really are. They're just deep connections. Okay, let's pull 9 cards for you. Yeah, look at this. This card was on the bottom. I literally said, I don't care. I'm going to be very honest with all of you who are watching this, and anyone that watches this later. Thumbs up if you follow this. I literally was like, I don't care. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I saw this card on the bottom. You can rewind and look, and you can watch. I just did this. I looked at it, and said, I don't give a fuck. Started to shuffle, and the thing jumped. The way the universe works, and your intuition works, and energy works, it jumped it. It's like you're the one. Tungsten, metal, top dog, king of the hill, queen of the hill. Emotionally, you have control. You have power. I'm going to go into some deep introspection here in a second. I'm going to draw 9 cards. I'm going to keep going for you because I'm very curious to see what this means. Emotionally, you have control. Understand, that's a very powerful position. Imagine getting into an argument with a bunch of people. You like, sit there, say nothing. And at that last moment, say 2 words and walk out and you win the entire conversation. That's the kind of place you're at. Look at brand new start emotionally. This is your logic coming in. Logic says, think of this. You can start something over. No joke. Keep going. Oh my God, you get a bonus card. I'm going to have to actually adjust this reading a little bit, but we have this 3. I was talking about this today, the pyramids. That means past life. The dreams are connecting you to something about you and a brand new start, maybe past life driven. Understand, when we go to sleep, where do you think we go? Anyone that's watching this, listening, where do you think we go? That's not just a nowhere. We're disconnecting and going into basically to school. That's what I've been told. And we don't realize it. We don't take this into account, but we're basically getting woken up to this idea. And this idea helps us realize and see what's the future. We talked about this today. Like, do you think 2020, if I say 2020 to anyone on here, we'll all go, oh, COVID. We all went through something spiritual or big or emotional or something happened in that year that changed us. The world shifted, vibrated, it went up. We all did. We just can't be aware of it. Look, Queen of Cups energy. Perfectly imperfect. This is maybe about you connecting to something. This is Cancer energy. This is Chariot energy. And this is now. This is now. This is summertime energy. This is trying to connect you, but you can see this Queen of Wands. This is your feminine. This is that higher power. And I don't know who you are. I don't know anything about you, but this is feminine. This is high-powered energy. Like, oh, I'm a nurturer at heart. I can connect to you because I can connect to something. The universe is challenging you. You walk in with a big stick. You go, but I have some more information. And I think you connect to the other side somehow. Or you connect to look at. See? I don't need to say anything else. Look, death. I literally was talking about you connecting to the other side. This is basically confirmation not only to me, but to you. Black cat energy. You connect to animals. Animals see you. You see the soul. You do not see. This tungsten energy is like this dream or this energy that you're picking up on. It's waking you up in a dream, saying, wake up, wake up, wake up. Why are you not waking up to this? You've been past life driven for a long time. Kill this version of yourself and let's go. Your higher self is saying, let us go. Why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, under your emotions. Look, something's hidden. What do you think happens when you go to sleep? Emotions are there. Emotions cannot be blocked. You can't hide them. As soon as that subconscious takes over and says, I'm in driver's seat, and your conscious goes to sleep, there's nothing you can do. Because your subconscious, as soon as it's driving, it's honking the horn, driving in the middle of the road. It doesn't care. It's going to let everyone know exactly what your soul's up to. It's not hiding anything. There's no ego. It just it lets everything go. And as that soul runs out and just allows it to exist, those connections can go bigger and better. You're waking up, as it would be, to the shift, to the change, to what's recently happened or going to happen in the next few weeks. Okay, let's keep going. Look, I just talked about this. Past life. You have indebted to you 3 Pentacles. You can never be what I would call broke. You can never be what I would call poor. Like, as much as you try to become poor, money will always just come back to you, because you have realized through long-term connection, through past life connection, that your future, whatever you do in 3D, you're always connected to money. Money is just this long-term. That tungsten thing is like saying you're in your own world, like you're protected. Nothing can hurt you. I don't know if you understand. This is a granite building with built-in money. The universe is saying, do you not realize you're protected? You're a soul and you have protection. There's this waking up, and you're basically trying to now receive the messages. As you go forward, you're going to let your nurturing self, your heart, your deeper energy connect and say, what is it? What do you want? Harmony says the more you connect to this and open up to this nurturer, this queen, this chariot energy, where you move forward and do more connecting, that's going to lead into your happiness, your ultimate happiness. But your ultimate happiness here is abundance. The word abundance. It's not money. It's not having bags of money on the lawn. It's having abundance and being, so people can say, oh, how much money you got? You say, I have everything I need and more. I can call anyone I want and they have my back. I can hug my family and they absolutely love it. That's abundance. Those kind of connections are very rare, and you're trying to find that, because that's what you were brought into the world with, and that's what you want to leave the world with. Having that love and that connection, that's what it is. You never entered the world with money. Money just corrupts things. Keep going. Boom. Look, there's this blockage. There is this blockage. We have this understanding, and that's what that tungsten is. That tungsten's blocking you, saying, hey, what don't you see beyond this? Can you dream tonight and change the tungsten? Of course you can. That's what the universe is telling you. Anything is possible once you let go of that, what I would call ego, or even let go of that conscience and say, hey, subconscious is in the driver's seat now. King of Pentacles. I love this. King of Pentacles says, no longer are you going to lead in the future by your nurturer. You're going to say, is this a wise investment for my soul, for what I need to do to become a better version of myself? Because once you start locking yourself into these ideals, you find it very hard to come back out. Being an open-minded person, a very free-minded person, your higher self can reach you quicker. Love people, care about people, be compassionate, understand that you are not, it's not that you're not a loving person, but your higher self, logic's calling to you, say, you have been tasked to love and care for others. Not take care of them and take care of their problems. I don't see wands here, but take off that blindfold. You have so much past knowledge that you're just waking up to. All right, I hope that helps you. That was very, very good. Come back with any of the dreams you have. And if you have yet to follow anybody, follow, subscribe. This is some good energy. I love jumping between TikTok and YouTube. If I'm just sitting there, I'm watching one of these two. I really am. I can't remember, like, wait, hold on. Am I on TikTok? Or am I on YouTube? We were talking about this today, because they were asking about me doing readings. And I was like, oh, I never self-promote. Ever. If you met me, you wouldn't even know I do this. I wouldn't even tell you I do this. You're welcome. If you're looking for a reading on TikTok, just hit me up. Just make a comment. If you can do the exclamation point join, that's so helpful. Thank you for being perfect. All right. But yeah, I don't really self-promote because it's not for me. But I will definitely be back tomorrow. I'm going to be reading for a little bit longer, obviously, but I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. I just wanted to hop on tonight, get some readings, kind of like crush the energy, connect it. But some of you guys have made this a lot more fun, and obviously stuff goes on in my life, and I just kind of look at this as a way for me to connect and say, okay, help me understand. I read many levels of tarot, and this is not a flex, because I'm not getting paid for any of this. I am not even monetized, to be honest. I'm just connecting. I'm letting you guys know because I'm faceless, and I can just read tarot and say, you could sign off if you guys know I'm lying to you. Not like I'm doing this because I have a talent and I know it's here. See, bottom card, love. I'm doing this because I love you guys in a way that you can't understand yet. And long term, I have your back. I'm using all of my spirituality in full force while I'm online to connect. I never do this for friends. What I read for you guys, I never do for anyone. This is like a private channel for you and us. My friends, my family, I read differently for them, but I open up my cards completely for you guys. You have no idea. Perfectly Imperfect would understand. And that's why I pick randomly. But yeah, let me get going. Daisha, you are up. I will do a quick rundown on the pending. We have San Chan. How are you? This is Avani. I hope I said that right. Avani, welcome joining. Thank you for joining the family. Isabella, hi. How are you? Caroline, thank you for joining. How to overcome my imposter syndrome. Caroline, hang in there. I want to get to your read. That's a great question. That's a great question for my cards. That's a great question. So hang in there. Let me get to your read here, Caroline. That's a great question. Imposter syndrome. What? All right. I pick randomly. That's what I try to do. I'm going to jump back and forth between TikTok, and I try to get as much in as I can. But there's a point when my intuition just stops working. I'm just to be very, very honest with you guys, so you can understand how I work. And then there's no confusion, like saying, "Wow, that's messed up." You know, what the hell? I'm a teacher by trade, and you guys know that. Many of you do. I have my summer off. I'm enjoying reading. So let's get going. Taisha, this is for you. I haven't looked at your question. I know this is for you. I can already feel it's the past life here. We already talked about you and your past life energy. Daisha has... It's almost like every time I read Daisha, and this is a very honest truth to all of you who are listening, Daisha, you also are part of this. Whenever I read Daisha, it's like Daisha has something to do where we all look upon Daisha and say, yes, like there's something you're supposed to be doing, and it's coming to a head. All right, what does my spirit guides and ancestors want me to know at this time? See? Yeah. They're literally saying you're supposed to be leading. And don't look at this as a pressured situation. Look at it as a situation where you are connecting to your higher self, to where you're building your energy, where you're growing your energy, where you are becoming the best version of yourself. You're leading a pack of soul tribe, if that makes sense, Daisha. You're coming into something in the future where you're going to look back upon your life when you're laying there going, well, here comes my last breath. And you literally have wrapped yourself in absolute love, stability, connection. Like you have fire in your soul, but you carry the biggest stick. You come in and you say, I'm ready to battle. Queen of Wands energy, and this is what's really misunderstood. But let's, Queen of Wands energy is, I talk about this all the time. It's Emperor energy. It's Aries energy. It comes in boss mode, but in disguise, incognito. Like I saw a state trooper on the way home. I'm like, oh, regular plates. But this guy was really a state trooper. I love looking for that stuff. Point is, you come in and take action. You're going incognito. You're not coming in like, I'm boss. Everyone listen up. You come in like, I want to get to know each and every one of my Soul Tribe members. And then say, I think we should try something. And they're all going to say, yes, let us. There's a definite power that comes in the Soul Tribe. I don't know if you looked up numerology, you looked up anything like life path numbers, but you really should do this. Daisha, I think you have a Soul Tribe leadership position. You have something coming in where you should be leading a Soul Tribe. Look, that's Princess of Charming or Prince Charming. That's you offering your cup out saying, I care about you. I want you to do well. I support you. And they're going to be like, yeah, you do. And you don't have to hover. You don't have to. You're like, I'm just taking action. If you need me, I'm logically here. I don't have to wear the crown all the time. Look, you're committing to the fact of who you are, where you're coming into, and who you want to be. Four of Wands energy. We talk about this, but we talk about this Wands energy. This is like 420. This is like 411. This has like numbers associated to it. Let me look at my numerology because I got to really go back to this because I'm really starting to kind of learn this, but I want to give it to you correctly because this is how I learn, being honest with you guys. Some of the cards I'm just very like bang, 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 but numerology is one of those things I'm truly trying to get into because there is a cross correlation, and I was actually telling people today. And when I talk people, I talk about life. I'm talking to life path number 33s kind of people, like high level, powerful people. All right. So a 4, it's about creation. Mercury. What else do we have? Reliable, trustworthy, we're going through that. That would obviously be you. That would obviously be you. But you're loyal and conservative. That's the other thing. Like I said, you come in, you're emperor mode, emotional. The universe is like, hey, I'm tasking you with this to run this soul tribe. You're like, got it. Past life, it's already there. Emotionally, you already got it. You're connected. You're there. You're bringing people together. You're gonna basically say, hey, these groups, these friends are compatible. I'll hang out with this group at one point, and then this other group at another point. And you're gonna learn to kind of jump between these energies. And between doing that, you're going to learn a lot of flexibility. You're going to say, hey, I know when things are over, and I know when things are just getting started. Queen of Pentacles. This is your investment energy. That's your long term. That's your growth. That's your foundation, domestic. Oh, wow, look at. And I'm going to keep pulling here for a second. I like this energy. Look at this. Guys, 2 aces, different aces. Look at the queen of getting over heartbreak kind of thing. Oh, you're heartbroken? Come talk to me for a minute. Let me shelter you and teach your soul a lesson. This is not heartbroken. This is getting over heartbreak. Passion. Emotional, like the heartbreak teaches you an emotional lesson you will never learn unless you are in love. That's Disha. That's where Disha comes in. This is the other thing. We have this Curiosity Kid, my #1 draft pick. And I could pick the Emperor first. But Curiosity Kid, this is how you roll. And you roll in incognito. You're like, oh, hey, can I just ask you some questions? I really love your top. Can I ask you some questions? I think what you just said was awesome. And you get people on your side, not by manipulation, by complimenting them and giving them a genuine compliment. And you find out all this really cool information that people will just open up to you. That's what ends up happening in your near future. If you haven't already started it, but I think it's already full in effect. The universe wants you to see something here because this is about commitment. Yeah. You're bringing your own form of justice, saying, I'm going to protect you all, but let you learn on your own. Like you're bringing in this system where you can guide them and protect them long term. That's what makes you ultimately happy. Saying, I can give you this happiness. It gives you, it's like your life lesson, your life goal is to teach them about getting over heartbreak and having a choice. But when the heartbreak comes in, you can say, hey, you can take a life lesson here. You can take a choice of, this see the moon? This is that like little thing we don't think about. That's an intuition. What's the lifetime? What's we're trying to be taught here? Or going the long way and saying, I'm always going to be heartbroken. No, we're not. No, we're not. You are powerful and very independent. And I think you have been tasked with this amazing gift. So your guides and your ancestors are like, keep being everyone's best friend. You're not faking it. You're understanding. You're saying, hey, I'm the little guy too. I get it. And by doing that, that allows people to realize that you're very genuine. You can't fake that. You can't bring that to the table. That's all I'm saying. Like you have something that other people will relate to, and you say, allow us to learn together. And that's very genuine. That's what I got. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Disha, I hope that helps. I'm not sure what you're looking for from your guides, but they went pretty deep there. All right, San Chan, what do we got? San Chan, Avani, Isabella, Caroline, Janelle, is that Burkel, 2023. Welcome to the club. Welcome to my Cosmic Collective. I have some new stuff coming up for you guys probably this week. I'm not going to tell you. Just keep an eye out. Hit the notification bell. It's some cool things. It's like lives. I'll tell you that. It's similar to this. All right. Sam Reedy, welcome. I love this. I love that. All right, let me pick random here. I'm going to keep going. And if you're on TikTok, just ask your question. I'm going to start grabbing 2 at a time here. Caroline, no lie. I absolutely promise to all of you guys. Caroline's question was picked when I hit the random button. No joke. For real. That's the universe. That is the universe. Well, I wanted that question, but I did not pick it. I did not say, Caroline, you're up next. I did not say that. I just wanted it to be next. I hit the random button, and there it is. So, Caroline, how do I overcome imposter syndrome? You know what I'm saying? And I look at that as wearing multiple masks, which I'm very familiar with this, because it sucks when you feel like you have to act like somebody else. All right, here we go, Caroline. 9 cards. Boom. Oh, yeah, this is a life lesson. I talked about this card today. So I visited my friend yesterday, like 8 hours in the hospital. I came and visited him today. Long story short, very emotional, devastating to me. I couldn't even read cards. And they got placed and they're doing really well. So they're doing amazing, right? So I talked about this card today. I said, hey, we're talking about cards, we're talking about the numerology. We went in there, we had some really deep conversations. But this here was awesome. So we had this card, we had this 3 pyramids. I said, have you guys ever seen the 3 pyramids? And like, what are you talking about? I said, like on the Page of Wands. I said, this is a past life message. So Caroline, you're asking about imposter syndrome. This is a message, or an emotional message. The reason you're feeling this emotional turmoil about this imposter syndrome is not for nothing. This is past life message saying, hey, I'm reaching back to a past life and looking at what the hell happened in my past life that's causing me to feel this. 1 card out the gate, automatic, just telling you. This is not by coincidence. Look, this is you studying and learning past lives, studying and understanding past lives, understanding why weird little things like acting like somebody else or becoming somebody else, where we're just really understanding, we're just becoming positive aspects of ourselves. Maybe you're learning that, hey, you Caroline, you're always so consistent, and you feel like, I don't want to be that consistent one. I want to be the one who's confronting. But you have to understand that you have some of these traits or aspects that come with you from past lives, and you carry some of this stuff because of past life lessons. It's still going on. It's still active. If you don't get along with a parent, like one of your parents, past life lesson. I'm telling you, understand it. I'm actively going through it. Past life lessons. Understanding what goes on. It's a 4-season approach thing. You have to say, like, everything goes through 4 seasons. We have to go through the entire process. You can't just skip it and say, I don't want to deal with that. No, you have to. This is what you're going through. This is you learning that. Look, you're going to be so happy in the near future. We have the 9 out here, and that's completion. That's attainment. That's getting through the ending. I call it the wish card, to be honest, when I'm pulling for Pentacles, because that could be either an emotional wish come true or a physical wish come true if it's Pentacles. In your case, it could be a physical wish coming true, saying I can get control of my financial gain, my self happiness, my pleasures, and how I deal with things. Yes, because you can minimize communication and say, hey, like, this is a past life problem. I'm just trying to understand it in a current life situation where I don't have all the filters or all the file folders. I'm missing 22 boxes here. Like, well, where are all my information? This imposter syndrome, where you're coming through or you're looking at it, it could just be you connecting to these past lives and saying, I have to do this to get by. The true self wants to come out, really wants to show its face. This is the 3D. That's your emotions. This is logic. Logic says, let's take a look and learn. All right. And the past life, probably you were put out into the cold. Something could even happen as violently as somebody got hurt. And that could also be happening. You can actually see we have the crutches. In a past life situation, the universe is saying, I'm putting you here, and you don't even see it because it's unfathomable that this could be related to something. How could greed or envy be tied into a breakup in this life? But the universe says, oh, it is. Oh, it is. Because we associate things so quickly, and we trivialize things. But your happiness goes beyond this lifetime. It travels like a string, and it goes all the way to your higher self. See, look, boom. This is what you're learning. This is what you're understanding. This is your heart chakra. Heart chakra is tipped. It's understanding, but this is your harmony. You have all these messages going off, triggering. This imposter syndrome is just your past life saying, hey, wake up. You're slowing us down. We're trying to get to the higher self. And they're kicking you. And you're like, what? And this is what's going on. That imposter syndrome is being caused because this past lives are basically trying to kick you and say, well, get in touch with us. Why do you think this is happening? In your current life, why you feel like you hate your cousin but you love your aunt, you know? But why do you think that is? There is a connection. Don't dismiss it. Don't trivialize it. It's absolutely teaching you something. There, look. Instead of just carrying this cup, they're going to teach you about this nurturing side of yourself. Nurture that problem and understand. Have a deep conversation. Go beyond uncomfortable zone. Go beyond all that and say, I'm going to connect with you and say, hey, let's talk. Remember when we had that big blowout about me punching you? You know, I'm being serious. But bring yourself to be so emotionally mature. The universe has nothing but to respect you and hear you both talk to each other on a different level. That's where you're heading. Because you're realizing this is past life. And you're like, it doesn't matter what we do here. We've already had this happen. We're connecting it. We're fixing it. Look, Dark Horse candidate, under your emotional base, this is the king. This is the Knight of Pentacles, which is powerful. Don't get me wrong. But this is like a lifestyle change. This is you saying, I'm going to take charge of my unhappiness. If I'm unhappy with somebody that made me unhappy, I'm going to at least say, can I talk to you? They may be a jerk, may not be perfect, but you're going to say your piece and say, I'm going to be done. That's all you had to do. And this frees you from your half of the burden. That's why we have you both going through it. I just want one. Just want one. All right, Caroline, hopefully this is good for you so far. But this is your emotional channel. This is your chakra channel. And then this is your 3D. This is here and now. They all cross-correlate, I really promise. Look at love at the base. This is intimacy. This is the root chakra. Let's say if people are having a tough time intimately, there's a reason for it. It absolutely goes past life. The universe says that here's a home run for us, for everybody listening. If you're going through a past life situation, you may be going through something intimately with that person, and that could be why. And but you're putting so much pressure on this here and now. If you took that pressure off and focused it on the past life, the universe says, wow, things would change quick, because this is your strength. You just have to flip the script a little bit and understand we wear these masks. We connect to these people and we understand what this is happening, but this is what it is. Imposter syndrome comes about because we don't understand we have past lives. We say we haven't, but understand you're never disconnected. You're not like off the hook. It's not like, oh, well, that was my past life. They ended the book. No. You're like chapter, we'll call it 14. We know it's many, many books. However, that's why I tell people to look up your life path number or look up any numerology, because that's why I'm trying to get into it myself, because I'm noticing there's a cross correlation. If you're into tarot, then you obviously are. If you're into tarot, look at it. This is the exploration card. That's a Two of Wands. Two of Wands is a good card. I love this card. But you're looking back into yourself. You're trying to say, what do I need? What do I need? And you're traveling. You're looking for plans. You're waiting for results, but you're looking, what do you need to make this happen? Two of Wands energy is ultimately Emperor energy, and it's coming in saying, I'm boss mode, but I'm just getting into the starts of this. I'm just getting into the growth of this. This Queen of Cups allows you to nurture and grow yourself and say, okay, so maybe I don't hate my brother-in-law so much. Maybe there's a past life situation. The universe says, yeah. But you have to both be on the same page to have that communication. That's not always easy, because all of a sudden you jump here and they say, okay, what are you going to do with that? And that's not, the other person's like, I hate you, remember? It's like, yeah, hey, lowbrow, can I talk to you for a second? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. Justice. This is the justice. You going your side, offering, frees you. Your side of the handcuffed is let go. Don't feel like you're, look, I'm telling you guys, the tarot's no joke. It's for entertainment purposes only, right? But your imposter syndrome is past life driven. It always is. You go through major life events. You get something happens to you. You come back. Or why did that happen to me? You go, well, probably past life. It could be you going through a life lesson. But most of the stuff that connects to you, you connect to it understanding that your purpose is way bigger than just going to work at 7 a.m. every day. That's way bigger than that. You're trying to integrate all of those aspects. Why do you go to work? Money is a construct, and we all know it. We just go through the process of going through money. But if we ever chose to do so, many of us could go live off grid. But we're like, no way. I love my amenities, and that's the truth, right? But the point here is, it's like we are connected to something, and we're trying to figure other things out, and we don't want to give up everything. And that would be ultimate sacrifice. And the universe knows that many of us would not do that. But there are people who have done it. And for a spiritual few that have done that, that is freeing. They're able to do that. Because happiness comes from within, and they're realizing that. And that's where some of that connection comes in. That's kind of where that multiple masks comes in. Because you, hey boss, how are you? Hi. Yes. And then you go to your best friend. Hey, what's up? Oh my God, don't even tell me you didn't text them back, right? That's different. You don't have the same energy, different energy. It's masks. But we do that to survive. But we kind of do that in the wild anyway, right? You wouldn't approach a frog the same way you approach a lion. Okay. Is this Berkeley? Berkeley? I don't know. I don't have my glasses again. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I think I can zoom. I can't just say Burke. I'll say Burke. This will be easy for everyone, and I'm not really being super offensive. And all right, can I just say Burke? Is that okay? My name is Leo. Even better. Super quick. All right, Leo. This is for you. Do you have a question, Leo? Avni is up next, and then I have the queue. And And then in the queue, I have Sanchan, Isabella, Janelle, that's Samriti. So if you guys are interested, and if you're over on TikTok, just type into the chat. Let me know if you guys are interested in reading. I'm definitely watching over here. I'm hanging in myself. Kyle, how are you? Yeah, get some good reads going on. Yeah, this is some good energy. I'm trying to balance the light out too while I'm on the chat, so it's a little different. So bear with me. Oh, Sean, how are you, Sean? Joining in. Yeah, Sean, the energy's great. You got Brent Dusker on here. All right, thank you guys. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on here. I'm not really good at self-promotion. I really am not. That's why I have my friends. They're better at it than I am. I've learned to maintain modesty on this. Yeah, it's Wheel of Fortune. But I am working on trying to open up a read system where you guys can book time with me. Definitely looking at doing that. All right, I think we're ready to go. Okay, Leo, this is for you. Unless you had a question, which I don't think. Oh, wait, hold on, there it is. Now I got it. The chat's delayed. I have two chats open, but this one's delayed. It says, all right, my question is that the person's true failings and intentions for our connection. Always love this. And then my deck just got very warm. Whatever that means. I'm gonna keep reading. I've been finding staying on task has helped a lot. Yeah, there we go. Let go of burdens logically. You know this. Let go of burdens. Don't overthink this. The more you think negative, the more it's going to harm the relationship. I'm just going to be very honest. You have to just trust me on this. All right? Call me Mr. Cosmic on this one. I'm being serious. Don't think, because what's happening emotionally, you're going to ruin the relationship if you think negatively. The universe says we're not set in stone on this, but we have to go forward with this. You're asking about this, Leo, saying, hey, what's going to happen with us? Look, the universe is saying you're coming in boss mode nurturer, boss mode lover, like carer. I care about you. This is what you do when you come in with this King of Cups energy. That's a change. That's like saying, no, I'm not worrying about you. I got you. I don't think something's wrong because I always have you. Nothing can ever go wrong. I'm one phone call away and I've got it fixed. That's you. That's you. That's what's coming in now. That's the strength. That's what the universe says. At the top of your mountain, when you reach up and you get higher and higher, you're like, okay, I'm going to go further. That teaches you to go into the ether. That teaches you to go, oh, I got to go more spiritual. Yes, you can get stronger and bigger, but you have to go smarter, I would say, because this Gemini energy is lovers. Like, this is falling in love. There's love here. You don't have to chase love that's already here, they're saying. You just have to be supportive of the love that came in. The universe says you're already going, hey, what do I need to do? You don't have to do anything. You're in that chasing love mode. You don't have to chase love. Why are you chasing love? You have to love now. Just love. Not chase love. Love. All right. Keep going. Look at angel energy, divine, connecting to your heart. This is no joke when I say this. Heart to heart, angel to you, saying, temperance is patience. Look this card up yourself. You'll see what I'm talking about. But this card, it does represent patience. It represents that long term. It represents you just taking a breath, saying, I got this. I got this. We're together because they care. If this is not, there's balance and harmony here. There's patience. There's self-control. And there's more than anything, you're going to be moderation and long term. But this here, you're opening up with emotional, like, I can't go without you. Or, I'm self-sabotaging. No. Universe, like, no, we're not doing that. So, Leo, let's keep going. Look, the world changes drastically over the next month. When you go at this, and I'm telling you, like, this is not, this is, someone has to come take this from you now. You own this. Whatever this energy is that you found yourself in, look, because you went into this death mode. When I see King of Cups, I see death. This is great. I know you might not feel like it, but you just haven't committed to it. You've come here tonight saying, hey, do you want to be the one who's always like worrying about stuff, or you want to be the one who's supporting it? Because you choose your partner. Did you choose this person, yes or no? If you chose this person, then go support them. Doesn't matter if you have kissed them on the forehead and said, I love you. Support them. Becoming their best friend and becoming their absolute number one call, that becomes your absolute, like there's no other way to say that becomes King of Cups. That's the lover. That's the best. That's family contentment. That's marriage. Look it up yourself. There's 4 wands here. What this is this is like kind of sacrificing your ego to make someone feel loved and supported, and we don't always do that. Sometimes we kind of go, I'm not sure. Universe says which way you're going to go, and you're going to basically forego your own emotion for a moment and just make someone feel so powerful. But you're going to have to be ignorant of connections to other people. You have to give yourself to this person and let them know that you care. The divine has your back, and I think what this is, I think this person needs you right now. They feel, or either you feel unsupported or they feel unsupported, but someone needs to feel like, I really want you. I need you. I am not that person who's going to think we're lost. I am claiming you. I have you. That person comes in, and this changes everything. It's like so different. It's like I've changed my vibration. Look, you have that option. I just want one. Look, it's trying to get me to grab 3. Okay. Really? Oh my gosh. All right, Leo, let's take a look here. I need one more. One more. Mother. Look it. All right, it says it's too complicated. This person that you're connecting to, the reason you're so into them and asking this question, they're a possible partner for life. No joke. Look, divine angel connected to marriage. On top of the Empress card, on top of the passion, long-term commitment, like go the length. You know, they're on a horse. They can just keep going. Past life. There's something here that you're picking up on. You just haven't seen it. There's an emotional disconnect, or there's some kind of communication disconnect. But one of you two, if not you, has to go claim this and say, I got you. Don't think this is going to just end. I have you, and I'm going to support you. Whatever this is, even if being friends is still very noble, but most people look at it and go, wow, you're a chump. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm telling you. Wait till you get to the other side, and they start checking the boxes off and go, whoa, wow. Ooh, wrong choice. Yeah, so you're addicted to someone after you broke up with them? Like, how is that going to pay off in the end? No way. So what I'm telling you is you have to support someone. You're with them, and then when you're not with them, you commit to them. I'm committing my energy to support you forever and ever. Ask Sean. Like, Sean and I have been friends forever, since before Sean could speak. I'm not kidding. Like, once you're my friend, you're my friend. Like it or leave it. I mean, I'm just got your back. I might be slow to respond because I have so many friends now, but I have a lot going on, and I think that's important and very good to remember. But you are a special energy. All right, Avni, you're up. Do you have a question, Avni? And let's take a quick look over the TikTok messages. How are we doing over there? All right, guys, if you're interested in a reading over on TikTok, let me know. Hit me up, just make a comment, and I will know that you're interested in a reading. Let me keep going here. All right, let's see. Is that crazy? Sean, that's so crazy. It's so crazy. Happy birthday, Janelle. Happy birthday. That's so nice. Janelle, I should read for you. Next. I'll read for you next. It's your birthday. No one can argue that. That's a special day. When you look into numerology and all that, that's a special day. You should look up numerology. You know what time you were born, Janelle? Avni, you're up here now, though. I'm going to read you. Janelle, I'll read you next if you want. If you're going to stick around for a minute, because I will definitely want to read it. Someone on their birthday? Are you kidding me? That's like such a gift. All right. I should be punished for not having my glasses. Hey, if anyone sees Sunshine Tarot, hop on here. Let them know they have a free reading. Like they won last week, and I just haven't heard from them, and I can't reach them. But I see them doing work on their channel, which is awesome. That's just like so cool. Oh, I'm like, that's awesome. And I was like, oh, I don't want to just like say, hey, free reading on their channel. Like I just kind of like, yeah. And I don't want to DM them because I know I'll see them again on here. But I want it to be the right time too, you know. All right, Omni, let's take a look here. I don't think you have a question. I'm not seeing one, so. Am I right? Okay. All right, I'm just going to do general read, and we'll see what comes out. All right. I think Omni's here, right? Oh, that might be why. I think they might have left. Did they leave? I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel connected to them at all. That's why I can't start the read. Now you guys are in on another secret that I just never thought to tell anybody. That's why sometimes I hang and I don't start. So weird, I know, right? And I just hold. I can't like just start a read for nobody. Even though we're not seeing faces and I'm not connecting to you, like physically. Like, oh, give me something. It's... Alright, let me... Janelle, I'm gonna read for you right now. Okay, we'll do this. Maybe that's what it was. The universe is like, no, I'm going to show you guys something. Janelle, I'm just going to put you right up. There we go. I think I can just do this. Yes. Okay. All right. So, Janelle, you're in the queue. Here we go. Let's read for you, birthday girl. All right. It's like more like birthday boss, I guess you could say. It's boss energy. That's what I'm getting. See? That's what I'm seeing. That's how I know I'm connected. It comes across very differently. I was talking about that today, too. They go, really? I go, yeah. I go early on in my reads. I wish I could tell you guys which it was. I connected to someone really evil. And I was like, oh, it was a hard shake. And then from then on in, I was like Sage every reading. So I have Sage going all the time. Not that I don't trust you guys. Top down energy. I like this. This could be you fighting something or you going out. You like saying, I'm all out. I'm going out. Eight of Wands is lightning rods. You know, we're going nowhere fast. So we're going to have to take a look on this, see what's popping here. Ooh, past life. You're exploring past life energy. Logically, you're saying, I know I'm connected to past life. I'm looking at those messages now. It could be 11-11. It could be 12-12. You know, it could be even something where you see 1-1-1 or 1-2-3s. But you're seeing something, and this could be even more so you're seeing like letters repeating. Just letters. And that's even pretty crazy. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. And that could be part of this connection. You can see here, we talked about past lives. Wonder why you don't get enough sleep. You think that could be related to past life? Do you think there could be a past life connection to that? Like some kind of trauma with that, you know? There's a lot here. There's a lot of information that comes along with that not sleeping. I'm just telling you. I'm just going to give you a quick read, and I'm going to dig into the tarot here just a little bit. King of Cups energy, we talk about this. That's obviously Scorpio energy, but we have more to go here. Look, I could feel your energy. I can feel your energy. It's not bad. This I liken to a checker pattern. You're almost playing a game. Look, see, yeah. And then you can see here the card that's sitting here is the Two of Pentacles. Sorry, Two of Cups. Two of Cups obviously meaning the deep divine communication. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, my mistake. Two of Cups. You're rolling deep. You're rolling big. Emotionally, there's your Two of Cups. This might be the other one, though. Yeah, this is the blue. Or the purple one, I guess you could call it. You're growing an energy into the future. If you asked me, you're playing a game. No joke. No exaggeration. But going forward, you look at life as a opportunity. It's very different from like how your heart feels to what you represent. Maybe you look tired even during the day, and that could be a possibility. But there's this darkness, this blackness here is tied into this past life. I'm going to pull a card for you in a moment here. I'm probably going to pull 4 for you because it's your birthday. But this is not bad. This is not bad. This is basically just saying that welcome to reality, to what you've just been going through. you have a lot of emotional protection. Like, you're a boss emotionally. I was like, why is this upside down? It feels more correct, like more lightning bolty. I don't know. And then like, we'll show you. And that's why I just started to keep pulling, just so you can look back on this. But I was like, why? And I kept, you have an emotional wall that is like no other. You kind of like, you use other emotions to mask how you're feeling and how you look. And communication is really your love language. You're going to grow some money, but your boss mode coming out of this. This is like a plane crashing. You're taking this vibration of yourself, which had a lot of really rough choices, the higher self saying, get ready. Look, look back at any of my videos. That's raise your vibration. The universe says, look, you took control of this version of Janelle. And on this birthday, we take a look back at the year. And your vibration is going to instantly be raising. Just so you know, you're going into like Empress energy with money in hand. The sleeping is still going to come with you. That has to come with you. But what happens is you're taking as bonuses. You're raising your vibration. It wants to give me 2 cards. For your birthday, we'll give you the extra card. Look, you're going to be able to manifest, no joke, going into the future. And you take your love language, which is communication, which starts to mask or hide, but doesn't fix. I'm going to reiterate, doesn't fix your heart. But you're going to be Empress energy going into the future. No joke. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this. And I'm going to pull one more card here because I want to pull for this cornerstone. Because what's on this Empress's mind? In the future, if that Empress could look at it, they want me to pull 2 cards. This Empress wants to send a message back to you now, saying, hey, just like you would love to send a message back to yourself, say 2, 3, even 1 year ago at this moment. What would you send to yourself? You know what I'm saying? If that person was going through a reading, what would you say, Janelle? What would you say to your past self? And say, hey, can you help me out? Can you focus on this and this going into the future? That's what it happens. And the universe is saying you're basically doing that by connecting these energies. Look, you're raising your vibration. You get your past life energy. Look, see the pyramids, how they connect up? This is you connecting your energy. No, that deep communication, your love language, it's not there by mistake. That's a divine communication love language. When you find someone, that's like, oh, we can raise our vibration together. You find someone that absolutely supports your deep love. You're going into this new vibration every year going forward, but you have to figure out why you can't sleep. And it's okay. Use your spiritual gift to figure it out. That's what the universe is saying. It's not giving you any hints. I'm getting no hints from this. Just being very honest. And I know it's kind of weird, but I'm getting no hints. And it's like, that's what you're going to be going into. It's kind of like, think of it like there's page 1, chapter 1, of a book of your new version of yourself. Congratulations, you raised your vibration. That we always say, I'm going to raise it. The universe says you have raised it. You witnessed it. So happy birthday. And never forget about your old versions. And talk to yourself. Like say, hey, I'm talking to myself from my old version, saying, hey, do this and this and this. And it will, but don't get caught up in any of that. Understand, congratulate yourself once in a while. It could be from this version, an older version, saying, hey, thank you for making that decision to hold the door for so-and-so. Wow, that led to my job that I have today. Thank that person. Thank that version of yourself. You're the higher self now. I don't think you understand that. But Janelle, that's what teaches us this. Thank you very much. All right. That's good. It's like you're giving yourself... But think about what version of yourself you're thanking, or you're giving yourself compliments. It could be this version, but we're really thinking about what we did when we start talking to ourselves. Like, oh, I did that. I did that. Then say something back and say, you did that really well. We always have half the communication. That's what happens. That's why we kind of it's like we can cut free from that. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep going. TikTok. Anyone over here? How you doing? How you guys doing? Thank you. If you like the channel, feel free to follow. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, share the channel, and better yet, do me a favor. Come back tomorrow at 7. Hit that notification bell. I'm going to be on at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll basically do another reading tomorrow night, and I'll have a raffle tomorrow night for a free reading for a 60-minute private reading online, just like this. Same setup, same exact setup. But yeah, I'll definitely be back tomorrow for that. All right, let's see. Is Avina here still? No, I don't think so, right? I don't believe so. Okay. You know what's gonna happen? Because I don't feel the connection. What's gonna happen is I disconnect this and I grab 2 more because some of you guys are just chilling. Let's see if I get one. Did you just grab Avina again? It's so weird. Okay, hold on. All right, Vishnu and Sean. Sean, actually, it might be a good read. I haven't talked to Sean in a while, being honest with all you guys. Like, we text a little bit here and there. Oh, Caroline's now on TikTok. Thank you, Caroline. Thanks. Feel free to follow if you like this. Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much, Caroline. Good energy, great energy. Yeah, share the channel out with people. Thanks. That'd be great. All right. Is Vishnu? I don't think. Is Vishnu here? Otherwise, it's gonna be you, Sean. I think. Because I had. All right, Vishnu. Here you go. All right, let's take a look. I can do a you versus them, actually. Let's do this for a minute. This will be them. So you want to basically do a you versus them. I like this. I can do this. All right, guys. Yeah, no, I'll grab some more from the queue in a moment. We have Sean coming up after this. You know, Sean, I should do this. I'll do this for Sean because he's dating someone now. She's pretty cool though. Spiritually, she's very cool. Like I really vibed with her energy. But yeah, Sean, I'll do a you versus them and just see what pops. You don't have to have anybody watching, right? We'll do that for you. Let's see what's happening here in the future for you guys. Okay. Alright, this is gonna be you. Vishnu, this is for you. This is your deck, okay? This is your feelings. We're gonna pull 6 cards here. We're gonna get 6 current cards. Ooh, flirt. So this is a connection like you kind of like want to see each other. You want to basically make this. I love this energy, just so you know. Big flirt energy. Love the energy. What it does is it teaches you like that chasing energy. It's like, well, let's be playful. Let's chase each other. You know, but not go too deep. Some religious factors playing a part. Is this on your end or their end? Or do you feel like this religious energy playing a big part here? Because what this card reads as, just so you know, and it wouldn't just drop this for no reason. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this could also mean that you have some kind of connection to your future self, future spirituality. Maybe this connection is not meant to last, and you're already feeling, oh, look at that card. It just jumped out of my hand. It's getting to know each other. This could be this other person, or maybe this other person. This is that push and pull, that chasing that you have to understand. So this is them pulling back, but they're being serious, or maybe this religious factors are pulling them back. But this card jumped to this other deck. You obviously must want them, or they're not feeling the want. So as you basically, you have to reveal your inner self. That's what it's saying. It says reveal your innermost selves to each other, and then bond begins. So I think what's going to happen here is I think you're going to have to connect to this person, but I think what I always tell people is be your true self. And everyone takes that and they say, oh, yeah. I said, but then they dismiss it. No, that inner voice that talks, that's true self. Let that true self do some of the talking. No, don't think about, oh, I'm going to look silly, or nope, just talk. Like, I really like your top because it makes them look pretty, or whatever it is. Allow that to go through. So here we go. Keep an open mind. Long term, maybe this is just a connection that you guys have that becomes more friendly. That's what this could mean, or this could mean that there's a connection that grows into something long term. But you guys, it says getting to know each other and keep an open mind, which would then tell me that you guys have to be connecting to each other at a soulmate level. So I don't want to say that's just automatic a bond between both of you. But it says your soulmate may differ from your usual or different or usual than expected type. So unless someone's really religious right now, that would be curious to know. And it says love yourself first, which I'm a big fan of anyway. loving yourself first is not always easy when you're going through something, but the universe is saying the more you love yourself, the more you can love somebody else. Because it's your self-respect. That's what shows through. That's what becomes romantic. That's the romantic lure to somebody. All right, last card for you. Here we go. And finally, it's the unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, and that happens. This tells me that maybe in the long run, you guys are not meant to last. The universe is just going to be blunt and honest. At this time, yeah, it might work out. This is just the path that you guys are currently going on. Maybe you're not bonding well. Healing. Partner, is your partner healing? Are you healing? Is somebody going through some healing? Some current healing? A time for reflection. Prayers will help with your situation. Like I said, one of you two must be religious or go through something with religion. Because there's the prayers here, and there's the isolation card that pops here. They're kind of spending time alone, and they're trying to transform or become something. And I don't know if it's because of you or with you, but this person wants to be something different. But their religion is definitely it feels like a part. Yeah, it wants you to keep this, and this is like kind of a they don't want to become close to you or have any kind of relationships. Something happened. See this transformation? Like they just completely disconnected from you. I think that now they're trying to come back. They're trying to just come back like nothing went down. Or something's going to happen where they come back like nothing happened. Vishnu, I don't know your story at all. But it looks like this other person like just snapped. And then it's going to come back like, oh, hey, how you doing? If they haven't, I would be very worried about it. Just so you know, be cautious. Something might happen in the future here. There might be a connection or a disconnect where you guys don't talk for a while. I definitely feel that. I'm sorry. I don't want to put it out like that, but I have to be very honest with you because that's just how the cards come across. And hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm not correct. That would even be better. But I just tell you how I feel. I tell you my cards and how I tell you how I interpret them. But Vishnu, I would tell you to interpret the way you see, and follow your own intuition going forward. But the reality of it is, it's going to be your life's decision. Your soul controls your driver's seat. You get to decide how fast you go, how slow you go. So your life decisions are all based off of you. But at this current state, that's what I see for you guys. So you would have to change something. You can't keep going the way you are. The universe is not like that. You cannot keep doing that. You hear me? Once you do that, what are you going to do? You're just going to stay the same. So this partner would like something better and bigger. And that's okay. You can be that person. All right. Thank you very much for sharing your energy. All right, guys. As I get a frog in my throat. Sean, you ready? You ready for this? Do you want me to do it you versus them? Are you nervous? Oh, he left. Oh, he left. Look at him. He says, it's been a minute. He said, I'll see you next week. Oh, look at him. He left. Oh, you're ready. You stayed. All right, good. Good. I thought you got nervous. I thought you got nervous. You were like, oh, no. All right. I don't know if this is going to be... this might be you and the ex, though. Just so you know. It might be, unfortunately.
There you go.
I'm just curious to see. Let's see what I get from that, Sean.
Turn me up a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, love yourself first. See? This is you. This is literally you. This is the conversation we had. We had this conversation. You know, you were talking about it. You know? Like, kind of finding yourself. You know, not living through somebody else. What else we got here? Separation. Yeah, look at time apart from your partner. Obviously, we're doing that. I love my cards are accurate. Oh, this one's weird. Here's this. Worth waiting for. So, obviously, it's going to jump to your new connection. Because it doesn't want you to focus on that. Finances and career. Get better. This is a negative toxic energy is what I get. And I'm just telling you from my intuition side of this. Just reading you just like I would read anybody else. Like, this was toxic. It pulled you down. It was meant to pull you down in your lifetime. When we talk about life lessons and past lives, if I pull from my primary or secondary deck for you, I'd get that. I would get a pyramid card. What I would get is I get more than that. I would get like black pyramid energy. What's sad is it was kind of like that was how they lived. They felt best. Look at children, which obviously we know that with that is Sean's obviously going to be going away soon. I love this. I'm hoping to connect with him. Oh my god, if we could read on the beach, that'd be so. Oh my god, I don't know if I can do it though. I have to bring headset. Do that live. All right, here we go. What do we got here? Wedding. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's a good ending, Sean. So maybe there is a wedding coming in. Maybe this is a person that you do decide to marry in the future, like the one that was always meant to be. Who knows? This deck is really wiry. Not hiding, whoever this other person is, and that's really toxic energy. Look at the green. It's like literally looks like acid. Socialize. Trying to figure some stuff out. I get here is what I'm being honest with you. Look, there's no challenge. Nothing's wrong. There is nothing wrong in their world. I would normally have these flipped around, but it just came out straight out with the isolation, not hiding. Book. What does this actually say? Gain more knowledge. Use your intuition to see the answers. And I would say that they're not doing that. They're not doing any of that. They're basically not thinking straight, if that makes sense. They're well, this obviously means unhappy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not trying to laugh at them. I'm just trying to see what this is. And it's never going to happen again. Not soon. Because you're getting married again. So this is for you. This is for you to keep to yourself, to kind of take that, let it percolate and kind of say, wow, that was mine. But yeah, that's good. It allows you to kind of think, go into the future, like what is it you want? What is it your inner self wants? Make that inner child like high five it and say, let's do this. But that's what it is. That's what you're going to. You're reconnecting with your kids. Amazing. That's past life stuff. It is. We haven't even gotten into those conversations yet. All right, guys. If you're looking for a reading, please do me a favor and either follow, subscribe, or come back tomorrow at 7 p.m. and join the queue. So exclamation point join will allow me to know that you want a reading. I have some moderators over on YouTube. I am watching my queue over on the TikTok side. So if you're on the TikTok side, thank you very much for watching. I very much love you guys. It's been fun. I just started. I said, you know what, I'm going to try it just to see. And I'm not afraid. Now I got the Eminem song in my head. All right, let me keep going here. 1, 2, and Sanchan and Sharon. Sanchan signed in like first. Like it was like, you know, when you see a forum, it's like first. That's Sanchan. They're on right quick tonight. All right, let's see how your energy is. Let's see. I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad read at all. I just think it's gonna be interesting because I think we're gonna get some deep energy or some kind of like curveball energy. Like think about it like this. I'm sure. Let's see what your question is. How can I fully open my heart to let someone into my life? That's actually not a bad question. Sanchez, I am glad you're here. Look at this card just jumped. I'm not sure I'm taking it. This is more like a check-in card, to be honest. So all you guys who are watching, thumbs up, like, subscribe if you know what I'm talking about. So when I'm pulling this is basically saying, hey, it's like an oil check-in. Like, go to get an oil checkup. So see, justice. It's like, hey, you're all good. You can just keep shuffling. Just keep on it rolling. So I don't need to change anything. What I did is I basically switched over to the other deck, right for Sean, which was amazing. And it's like riding the universal wave, understanding it. It's all there. I'll keep going. I digress. All right, Sanchez, let's take a look at this energy. Let's take a look at why you would open up your heart again, right? Let's not be hasty here, but there it is. There's the Queen of Cups. That's the most loving, not passionate, loving Queen. But what it is, that deeper lover is focused on self, focused on you, deeper understanding. Knows that the ethereal's there, knows that there's a spiritual side to everything. So if you're connecting to someone and connecting to their life in this side of things, Your heart has to allow their heart to connect to you. You can't just sit there and be, I don't want to use the word heartless, but you can have heartless communication. You can have heartless relationships. And the universe is saying we're going to learn about opening up that heart a little bit. See? You're protected. Look, I'm actually shaking a little bit pushing this card because you have past life. Your logic comes in and says, I have past life and I have fire in my soul. Like, I'm no joke. You come in with some major fire. Like, you can call in like this animal spirit, essentially. Queen of Wands is a really powerful energy. That's a fiery, take charge. I'm going to take charge like no one else energy. This also allows you to kind of look in your past lives and say, I got this. I know I have this. I can get someone like, oh, I'm so nice, I'm nurturing. Or you can say, I'm going to take you out. And you can never take me out. I live on a concrete slab. All right. So whatever this is, you're coming into this new universe, this new mindset. You're saying, I have to come in somewhere in between. I got to move on. I've learned so much. And you have to take a moment and be very proud of yourself. You've learned a very, very great deal. But there's a gray area. And you don't want to just live in this gray area. You know, kind of having like these like frivolous relationships or talking to people or saying, hey, what's up? And like they're not fulfilling, I guess is what I get out of this. If you allow people to come in, those relationships can teach you something more, bigger, better, and you have control. You are very, very in control. This is logic. I haven't even pulled the rest of your read. The universe is about to test you at something. Here it is. It's bringing in a lifestyle change. It's bringing in love. It's bringing in this fast talker. This person who's like, I can just like really have a communication style with you. And you guys can just vibe. You know that, like how you guys, it's not just like a question, answer. It's like, and you guys end up like a train. You guys just start talking so fast. All right, let this fly. Look, see? What you learn is from a heart level, you can manifest. You can manifest brand new starts. Say, hey, I want bigger, better people around me. That's all I want. If I have a loving, meaningful, long-term communication or connection with that person, great. But if I have a friendship, even better. But I'm not going to judge who these people are. I'm going to open my heart up to meeting everybody. But I'm going to be very, very protective of my energy, but I'm not going to be automatically dismissive. That's what you're going to end up doing. Look, you can see you're giving to yourself. You have protection. This is the heart chakra. You have the ability to manifest at the heart level. If you want it so bad, you could literally go sit in a room and just really love it to death. And I'm not kidding you when I say this. You can absolutely love something and say, I need this. I love it so much. And it will come in. You've probably seen it happen once or twice in your lifetime. But you can't live in this regret. The universe is saying you have this opportunity to really give into yourself, to say, I am going to love everybody. But your alternative is like you feel like is just be regretful of the connections you already let go of. No. You can't do that. That is also gray area, but that's like some of these people didn't deserve you. You have to understand this is a new opportunity. This is like you can actually even open up the relationships that you have to bigger relationships. Hey, would you like to go to such and such with me? I need a +1. Those kind of things allow you to grow your relationships, build them from friendship into something more, and it allows you to control the relationship and become something. It allows you to think and manifest at your speed. You're controlling this. You see that? Look, you're the star. This is mid-deck pull, guys. Mid-deck pull. I'm not kidding you when I do that. So the point is here, what we get here is we get you coming and going with this energy. You could be even like leading people to you, saying, hey, I need people who are going to help teach me stuff. Past life energies only. And you can't put that on a profile, but you have to at least meet some of these people. You go, bang, I know, you're like, check, you're in. And this is an emotional base. This is where you come into this. Look, and this is our Hierophant card. This is life lessons. You're like, once you meet someone, you say, there's a life lesson with you. There's a life lesson with you. Sanchan, and this is where you get into this. Opening your heart allows you to get into these deeper life lessons, but why do you block some of these people? It's because there's a little bit of regret from past relationships. The universe says you're going to always have that. That's what we call balance. But you're definitely ready for this. You're in control, and you're going to allow relationships to build into something more. Don't say no, say yes. When someone says, hey, would you like to come to this or go to that or be part of, say, yeah, I'm in, and allow these relationships to grow into something big. Look, this is past life messenger. The past life messenger is coming in saying, hey, all these people are going to start coming in saying, hey, remember me from past life? And you're like, wow, we really vibe. They might just be a really cool friend that introduces you to other Soul Tribe members. All right, let me keep pulling here. One more card. No, one more. Oh my God. All right, move in. There's your chariot energy. That's the queen energy. That you always have this energy no matter where you go. How you feel today will only get better. Understand you'll have more power behind what you do because you were able to open yourself up, because you were able to give in to whatever's in your logic. However you think, you said, okay, we're doing that. You have all these crazy like logic plans. Take that passion and put it to action. And when you do, that's the star energy takes hold, and that allows life lessons to take hold. You can meet these other people and be in charge of amazing relationships. You could be the person who gets a lot of people together and they're like, yes, thank you. I'm so glad Sanchan's doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're the one. So don't dismiss this as one relationship. Open it up to many friendships and then go beyond that. All right. Thank you very much. Let's see. Sharon, you are up next. Do you have a question? Oh, hold on. Thank you. Thank you for subscribe. And if you guys have subscribed, thank you guys very much. I'm not really good at self-promoting, and I know it's so bad. If you guys watch other tarot channels, I just don't do it. I'm gonna actually do it. I'm gonna do an intro only because I'm a techno geek. I'm a STEM teacher, and I want to play with Canva because I have a teacher account. So you guys will see intros coming in. And if they're really cheesy, just thumbs down or just say no. But I just wanted to play with it. I was showing my son. He's like, they look all right. Like, I was like, you don't mess with me, boy. All right, Sharon, this is you. Let's see. I thought I saw the question. I saw the subscribe. Thank you. Oh, I see that. Something big next week. Okay, thank you. All right. And then I saw something about Cat Channel Entertainment, which is a really cool name. I'm just going back through chat because I got really vibing after Sean. So Sharon, I will read you in just a moment here. So hold on. I'm sorry. I love reading chat. I really do. But I'll go read chat after we're done. It might not be tonight, but I usually read it at the end. I go back and just sit back and read it. It's really fun. That's how I get the music in or adjust the sound. I don't know if you guys know that. That's how I adjust the stuff. So if the sound is off, just say it in chat and I'll catch it. I catch it later. I go, okay, thanks. You know. All right, let's take a look here. I have something big next week, so I'm hoping this all works out. Is that your question? I don't know if that's your question. Cat Channel, you didn't hear your name. Not yet. All right, Sharon. Let's see what you have coming next week. All right, let's see. Ooh, I just saw her. Let's see. Oh yeah, hey, maybe it is. I usually pick up the infinity symbol. There's the Queen of Cups again. It just flipped on us. There's the card of the night. So I get a lot of cards. This is like a secondary reading for me. This is something bigger. But the Queen of Cups is a powerful card. For your emotions, this means you're getting in charge. Like, you're not letting any more people come in that don't deserve it. They would have to absolutely come in strong, powerful, and deserving. So Sharon, what I'm picking up on is whatever this is coming into next week, if this is your energy, you're basically coming in boss mode. This is now. This is here and now energy. Emotionally, you're ready. You have something to offer. Mid-deck pull. They're basically coming into, or logically, you feel like whatever you're offering, they should be rushing in and taking it. Or this is something that should be coming in or take. I don't want to say this is night energy. Hold on. Oh, it could be. Hold on. This could actually be. Let me pull two cards here. Because I want to see if this is, this could be a new start. This is your emotional channel. This is your chakra channel. And then this is your 3D channel. But what I'm picking up here is this is the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. We have the Knight of Swords, and we have this divine energy. This is actually Gemini, love energy. I don't know if you're falling in love or love's there. The universe says with the Six of Cups, that's divine love or some kind of offer comes in. However, you're getting this offer of love, offer of abundance, and it's a brand new start. It's also Scorpio energy. It's like death energy. So the universe says, I'm going to give you a brand new start. Something has to kick off or begin again. So I don't know what you've been going through or something you've been dealing with, but the universe says, I'm going to give you another chance. Because you can see it's here. This is abundance. So you feel like, wow, thank you again for this chance. But let me keep pulling here. What's at your heart chakra? Oh, it's always these two cards. You feel like you had to fight for this, and it's not recognized. Whatever this is, it's like, here you go, and you're like, no, you fought for it, or you're protecting it. But I feel like there's some kind of battle or protection. This is your energy. I would feel like you want to make sure that you have what you put in place. Because these swords are lined up into your chakras, which is really important. It tells me you're coming at it with logic. So your crown chakra, you're looking at it with logic. Your heart chakra with logic. You're protecting it. The outcome is all aces. It's all aces. It's absolutely amazing. So you come into this 10 of Cups energy. That's abundance. That's completion. That's the golden ticket. Following this up, this is new. You have to study something. Once you go into this new whatever, this new endeavor, this new chance, this means you have to now learn something brand new. The way I tell people, the way I like to put this in is you fought for something and you go into it and they're like, what does that mean? I go, like, you get married. I go, you lose your old identity. They go, what? I go, when you get married, you're no longer that single version of yourself. Excuse me, I need a sip of iced tea. I say you're no longer the single version of yourself, but now you find yourself in a new world, instantly teleported. And we never think about it. We feel it. And we go, wow, it's so weird to be called Mr. and Mrs. or whatever the relationships are. And then it dawns on us. We're in a brand new world. This is probably going to go on to you in this next few weeks or months. This is June, July energy. So this is going to go to something deeper. Or you might have to push this out till October if you're not careful. Yeah, see? So I don't know if this is you dealing with somebody in the world, but your heart, you're protecting it, you're fighting it. But I want to pull two more cards because something here is really like boss mode energy is like you're protecting. You're coming in. You're not joking. Yeah, look it. Like it's going to take an army plus to defeat whatever you're trying to do. You're very, very powerful. And this is your life lesson. You're learning something about whatever you're going through here. Not necessarily to do it again and again and again, but more so to accomplish. It's this divine gift that you're going through. Because the star card here represents Aquarius energy. This is Pisces energy. But we're going to look at it more like you're going through this divine lesson and you're connecting to something on the other side. But you're protecting your energy. You're coming in right away with your emotions. You're like, you can't stop me. Someone could say some really mean things. It really takes a toll, but you'll really defend yourself. They can come in really hurtful, and this is what the life lesson is. Once this is done, the life lesson shifts in, and you're delivered this new love, new Gemini love, this new happiness, this new growth, brand new abundance, completion, new knowledge, spiritualization of growth. It sounds amazing, but you have to go through something really tough first. Whatever this is. This could be even like this person comes in or this is another offer that comes in. But you definitely win. Like there's no stopping you. You have something, you have an ace or aces up your sleeve with whatever this is, Sharon. All right. So you are definitely, you see the 10 of Cups. That's perfect. I love that. All right, guys, if you're on TikTok, just let me know. Type your question in the chat, and I will be able to read for you. If you're enjoying the channel, please follow and enjoy the content. Also, on YouTube, it's !join, but I think that already says that. If you have subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing. All right, let me read here. One, and I think I need one more. Cindy Griffin. Money-making daughter. All right. That's pretty good. All right, Cindy. You're first here. How are we going? You want to go with the and thank you for subscribing, guys. Yeah, I just use random on the Streamlabs side of things. It's I call it a Qbot. No, Cloudbot. Sorry, But it's actually really helpful. It allows you guys to join into a queue. I wish I could get TikTok on the same side of it, and I don't know. I may have to start going through Discord eventually, like once I start going a little bit more out there. But I don't know. It's weird. But who knows? Who knows what happens? Cindy, this is for you. Now Cindy's got some divine energy too. Like it's kind of like you see. The best way I can say it is like I worked on like P-52s, you know, like if you guys don't know what that is, it's like Mustangs. It's World War II fighter jets. And no, I have not. But my point is, and then you have Cindy with this energy comes in, and it's like this, like linear jet energy. It's this fast movement, and it really has this deeper energy to itself. I don't know what it is and where it comes from, but see, it's life lesson. It comes in, and I think Cindy jumps between soul tribes or something to that effect and teaches life lessons. It says, I'm teaching you this, bang, I'm out. And not in a bad way. You can see here comes the card just jumps. Look, and Cindy's missed by soul tribes. And I think when Cindy disconnects from some people, some energies, they miss Cindy. And you know that. So then you have to come back and reroute. The universe is saying that this is teaching life lessons. You're learning when you travel amongst different soul tribes. You're like a knowledge peddler. Have you ever wondered like how you go into a group and say, hey, have you heard about? You're one of them. You're a knowledge peddler. The universe is saying, I want to take this moment to kind of recognize what you are doing. It's a lot of gray area, but you might not talk to people for a little bit, or you might kind of disconnect, and that's okay. You might fall out of connection with people. That's okay. You're a knowledge peddler. The universe wants to let you connect to some people and then disconnect to others. When you do that, it allows you to connect information that wouldn't otherwise exist. And it's like soul information, see? That's giving and receiving. Oh, my camera's so messing up with me. All right. And so anyway, what this is you're a knowledge peddler, and what this allows you to do, it allows you to connect to this energy deeper from a long-term perspective. It gives you like, how do I say this? An understanding like from a higher perspective. I don't know if you actually do this or if this comes just through your energy. You must come through some kind of deep energy, because this is giving and receiving. I used to think of this more like as a negative card, but it's really helping in generosity. This person's giving to these people, and you're giving in this gray time, in this logic. You say, well, there's a lot of situations going on, and you're bringing something in as a knowledge peddler. Look, see, I'm not kidding. Passion. Whatever it is that you bring in, they're like, oh yeah, you come in with passion when people are like, oh, I've given up. You're like, no, hold on, let me tell you something. Or you have really good stories. Look, you're justice. You're justice. That's the thing. That's what comes through. You help people when you leave their presence. You don't have to do anything other than just be. Your solution is just existing. That's what's actually happening. The universe says, have you ever considered when you connect to, say, these little tribe members, like little kids even? And I see one kid's a little bit older than the next, but when you connect to these people, it's not about this. It's about you kind of bringing something to their life. That's what you're doing. You're bringing this in when you connect to even elderly people. You're bringing something to their lives. That's what it does, is they are not understanding of what this is. You're digging deeper than we understood. Like you're finding knowledge beyond our base, beyond what we consider bottom, rock bottom. People go, oh, I'm at rock bottom. You go, oh, allow me to teach you some life lessons from rock bottom. Because I've talked to many people who went through a lot of things. Because you bring passion, you bring this communication, and that's the justice that you say, I'm going to bring in. Whatever this is, whatever this amount of knowledge peddling that you do, it gives you peace of mind. Because you're bringing their lessons to other people, see? Look at this. This is the ultra version of the Page of Wands. I like to think that the Page of Wands gets promoted and he gets moved into this position. This is like the Page of Wands on a horse, but got a little protection. Now making some money, you know, but still has his past life information, still carrying his wand, but he just upgraded. That's all. But looking way better. And this is where you come in. You're like, wow, I was gifted this information or whatever this gift is to kind of find out, talk to people, and maybe move amongst different crowds. And it could be even family, like an older family member than to a younger cousin, to a elderly, relative. It could be one of those things that you learned younger. Look, see, this connection was not by accident. Sixes of Cups are about death. It's about the divine connection, the understanding that we're kind of going through rebirth. It's that we have to go through this like portal, this past life and energy. That's what it is you're learning, connecting, growing. You're saying, hey, there is justice to whatever happens. There's peace at the other side. We just have to realize that there has to have some kind of understanding to how we get to that understanding. It's a long road, but you're saying we have to start the journey. And that's what you're doing by being a knowledge peddler. All right, I'm going to pull from the primary deck for you again, Cindy. You're really vibing with this. Look at, boom, see? And that's what you do. You look at, you take your knowledge and you go, hey, I'm going to head out. All these feelings, all this deep understanding. You say, oh, well, see, you come out and you say, hey, wow, these people, this is what they hold on to. You don't talk about what the people don't care about. Like, oh, Troy broke up with me. You're like, I don't care about that. Why do you hold that plastic cup for 22 years? Why are you know what I'm saying? Why do you have that pillow? You're like, but you want to connect to people on a level that they're not familiar with. That's the deep understanding. See? I think in this long run of things, you're going to end up in this emperor energy, and you're really on this journey. And we're watching an emperor come through, and you're like emperor energy walking through. Doesn't matter, masculine, female, doesn't. But you're coming in such boss mode, saying this is how you should do it. This is what you should be doing. And when you do that, when you take this and you go amongst your other soul tribes and be very, very open and very communicative and just say, I love you guys. Say, hey, I appreciate you. You're the ones who make me smile. Like, you're the ones who help create memories. So you're a very good version of this, because whatever it is you bring into the communication teaches us something really deep that we can't learn without your presence. And it could be something deep and divine. Like, you probably come into a communication, someone's like, oh, can you talk to my kid? You know, you're like, yeah, I'll say something. And then you might just dismiss whatever this is said. You might say, oh, like, it's like people say, oh, drugs are bad. And you're like, you know, what road do you want to take on this life, you know, that you're picking? What is your journey here? You're starting to take your life's first footsteps. That's what you start to say to people. That's your knowledge peddler. That's what I see. It's really good. All right. Thank you very much, Cindy. I appreciate your energy. Money-making daughter. What a crazy name. I love it. All right. All right, let's see. All right, let's do this. Let's jump right into this. I'm going to do... Is that Dwan? Is it Dwan? I think it's Dwan. I think I'm getting that right. Hopefully I am. All right, and if you're over on TikTok, type your questions and let me know you guys are interested in a read. I'm probably going to be closing out the queue in about 15 minutes. And then I'll read for a couple more people. So we're going to keep going here for a little bit more, for another half hour at least. But I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. There's my TikTok queue. There you be. Oh, thank you, Caroline. Yeah, I was talking about this today, too. Caroline's talking about my double tarot decks. Yeah, these are 2 tarot decks. I can't read with one. This came out with, like, my best friend, Frank. I'd read for him, and he'd be like, I just guessed the cards, essentially, as guessing. And then I was like, I had a meditation. They're like hitting the card. They said, put the decks together. Because I had one was my clarification deck. And I said, really? I said, they might be too big. And I grabbed them, and it took a little bit, but once I grabbed them, like, this is very comfortable to me. Like, this is naturally comfortable to me. Like, I love reading like this. And when it gets really difficult, I know something's off with the energy. Anyway, thank you for the compliment. All right. Your boo is acting up. Let's take a look. Oh my, look at this. See? It just starts to like kind of hang back. Curiosity kid. Curiosity kid. Is this you or them? This is your emotions. You're looking into yourself a little bit. Divinely, you want to find out about them. You want to find out what are they doing? Who are they talking to? But the universe has you looking into yourself for a moment. Why are you asking the question is what it is. Why are you so curious? Why are you so... Look at... It's illuminating like you've never seen. Logically, it's saying, why are you so worried? Like, what causes worry? If they ever cheat on you, who wins? you just walk away. It's like you don't deal with boys, you don't deal with little kids. You know what I'm saying? That's your mentality. You're like, oh, I thought I don't deal with little kids. And they think it's like a player moment for them. They're like, I just didn't deal with kids. That's the mentality. You have to look at it in this respect. And the question is, why do you want to ask? And this is basically coming back telling me you want long-term commitment, but you want commitment. You want commitment. Signing the document. It's like frustrated. I get it. Look, you're very hurt. It's hurtful. It makes, even though logically you're like, yeah, I'm awesome, I'm amazing, it still hurts your feelings. The universe is going to test that. Why do you think the universe is going to test you, test your feelings, test this, or poke at this, or do this to you, make this happen? Because you could absolutely have met someone that would never do this to you. And don't think you made the wrong choice. That's not the case. The universe says, I paired you with this person to hurt you, to test you. But what's the test? Why are you being tested? Look, heart chakra, it's about communication skills and growing them. Growing your communication skills. Instead of assuming too much, instead of just thinking that something is happening, you could be the emotionally mature one and say, I want to ask you a question. And I'll ask you once. Are you cheating on me? And if they answer and give you a response that is, we'll say, good or okay with you, then you could absolutely open up your mind to other opportunities. But if they're basically sitting there and just going to lie to you, then you have it. You have them very. You say, are you doing this? That's what it is. Or you just say, I'm not going to deal with this. But the point is, you just have to come into this, but you're trusting your intuition all along the way. Something's triggering this. Back to the original question, why would you ask the question? Deep love, deep understanding, nurturer. You don't want to be misused, mishandled, neglected. I get that. I feel that. That's true. That sucks. You're going to give your cup to them and they're just going to just misuse it? No. That sucks. That is hurtful. I get that. Okay. Yeah, 2 cards. Okay, I'll give it to you. Go. Basically, you're going to, like, I could long-term commit to them, to fighting with them if they're doing something shady. That's what this is. You're at this communication process. But it's going to come down to you being hurt. Why would it show as you absolutely being hurt? Your intuition's offline. You have to get to some connection. Because these 2 cards are not in alignment. The 3D is not in alignment either. Look at this. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was shuffling these. That's crazy. Oh my God. So the universe is absolutely testing you, saying, I'm giving you an option here to try to use your intuition. It's a communication situation where you have to go into this. It's the universe saying, you're hurt. But when you're hurt, does not mean you're down and out. Does not mean you can't do anything. And him going through this is a test for you, for long-term communication and growing your intuition and growing, do I always want to worry about something? Or say, no, I have control. It's one of those 2 things, but the universe says either way you're going to feel yourself in a loop. But you have to set your tone now. That I will not stand for this. You can see there's a lot of heavy energy here, and this is like the outcome, because you're not sure what to do. Set your value now. That's all the universe is saying. You have a lot of really, really wonderful cards here. But set your value now, and then what happens is you gain a perspective. This is 10 of Pentacles. You say, no, you obviously, I'm not going to get to my house, my beach mansion. I'm not going to be able to get to my kids and all. I'm not going to be able to get all this stuff by doing this, by dating someone who's like you. You're clearly a little baby. I'm not kidding you. I'm being serious. That's what the universe says. It says, if you want to be with that person, then find that person. Don't date these people. Date the people who are going to be absolutely boss energy. So your star energy draws in somehow the negative. So you have to be very cautious with this. But this is what your curiosity kid. You're always like the shiny thing, like the shiny cool thing, and that's what happens. It's but you learn from them. You definitely learn. There's a lot of sword energy here. So you're not doing it for nothing. You're just bored. You're waiting. The universe says, why don't you get going? You have the star here. So if you ask me, don't sweat the Don't sweat the energy if they're not going to support you. All right. I hope that helps, but you have to connect to your own self and find out where you want to go with this. Because you can't give up. You honestly can't. All right, 1, 2, random reads. Sam Riddy. Let's see, is my partner loyal to me? And Cora. All right, Sam Riddy, is my partner loyal to me? All right, Sam Riddy. Are you? Let's hold on. Is Sam Riddy actually connected in here for a second? Or should I just do a Q check? I might actually have to do a Q check. A check 1, check 2. That's the negative thing about this, is it doesn't automatically. Then those of you guys who have just joined have a really good chance of getting on. Then I won't be wasting my time. So yeah, like Isabel, I see you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, if you guys can just shout out that you're here and you're waiting for a reading, that'd be great. And I'll just clear up the queue for the others. Because I know people popped on and off and joined. It's like, ugh. I appreciate the love, but it's like, ugh. All right, is Cora here? Yeah, see, I don't know if Cora's here either. All right, no, Isabella, Lori. I thought I saw Lori. Lori Burke, yes, thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna take the people off that I'm not hearing. All right, one more call for guys. If you're here and you want a reading, please just let me know on the queue. Just kind of make a shout out and say, hey, what's up? Yes, even better. Thank you, Madeline. That's even better for us. Yeah, if you just type your question or just say general, that's even better. See, Madeline, you're my favorite right now. And I don't have favorites. But you get 3 stars. Oh, yeah. All right. No, that's good. But yeah, guys, it's like, I appreciate the energy. It's so helpful. All right, let's take a look here. All right, Lucky's here. Where he was here. All right, I'm gonna walk down the queue once and see if I have everybody. I think I got everybody. And if for some reason you're knocked off the queue, that's my mistake. No, I think I got it. But all right. So watch. We have Isabella, Lori, Country, Nancy, Madeline, Lucky. That all sound right to you guys? And then on TikTok, I have nobody weigh in, which is okay. But Caroline's over here too. I shouldn't dismiss anybody. Thanks for the love. Alright, let's take a look. I think that's good. Oh, Lucky. Lucky, I'll read for you. I remember you were very upset. Lucky, do you have a question? I'll read for you right now, actually. And then I'll pick a couple more, and then we'll close the queue out. All right, we'll do that. What in the... Whoa. 5. Okay, let me take a look. So ultimately, this is about an accidental death, right? So I'll read on this. I'll read on accidental death. Here we go. First card out. Oh yeah, there's some lies. Emotionally, lies. You know, tell me lies. Wow, that's a liar card, just so you know. What is this? That means some side deal, probably. Infinite money's involved. Top down, just so you know, they're trying to manipulate something. Well, there's something connected here, but I don't like what I see here. It makes like one person very happy because they know everything. Basically trying to get people to move on. Like, don't worry about it. That's the vroom card. It's also the Cancer card, so they're going to care. Like, it's like you're kind of stuck because they're in the empathy card. They're in the nurturer. So you have people that are like, no, like, hey, come over here. Let's take a look at something. The Infinity is like stuck on this logic saying it doesn't make sense, but we're going to look at it. I'm kind of curious for you. Look, this is love. Something was involved. Love was involved. That's where the side deal probably comes in. No joke. I'm going to read very honestly. Yeah, look. See? This is my second two. This is my two of Pentacles. What that is, that's kind of like the infinite money glitch. Have you ever played video games? Or it's kind of like you go up to an ATM and it keeps saying, oh, hey, thank you. And it just keeps giving you money. This is what it is. It's like a payout. It would kind of align their chakras. Like, hey, I don't have to worry about anything. My heart would be so happy. Look. They could walk away from everything. Not lose it, but walk away. There's curiosity here. That's a curiosity kid that's digging at the underneath of this. That's about to turn and run. That's about to say, boom, taking off. So the curiosity kid's taking off, looking at something. You can see there's a lot on their mind. I don't know who this is. I haven't pulled on the signs quite yet. I'll give them to you in just a second. But what I don't see is I don't see a death card. So just so you have to be very cautious. There's strength at the bottom of this, kind of like hold on. I think that's them, or that's you, or that's somebody else. What's this life lesson? It's a life lesson here. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. It kind of comes across with like, take charge, do something. And if you ask me, something's off, because you have this really deep long-term energy with this take charge. I'll make sure everything's all good. So someone sneaks in to the hen house. I want to see what this card is. Okay. All right, I'll tell you what that is in a second here. I'm just very curious before I pull these other cards. And there's already a card popping here, just so you know. I'm just going to put this down just to see. But that card essentially jumped on top of that deck. Here, look. This is divine payout. Like, this is like saying, hey, this would be able to fix, I don't want to call it emotional problems, but it would fix emotions. You know? That's the problem with this payout. It goes back. It kind of creates something. We have to be careful with this. New opportunity comes in. I'm not saying that you're right because I don't see the death card. I don't see accidental death. I just see a payout. I see there's some sneakiness going on, but someone is also happy because they hold on to all the information. You have one piece to the puzzle. Past life, this card here, someone knows that this is a past life situation or has some kind of connection to it. There's a stability here. Queen of Wands also represents the Emperor card, Aries energy. So there's an energy here comes through, but there's definitely a deep connection. So there's either this payout that comes permanently or something comes to this person. But this is part of the harmony. So I don't know what this is. But this is Leo energy. This is deep Leo energy. Because I'm seeing a lot of it. But I am not seeing, and I'm talking, it would pop. I would get like death, devil, dark. There's no black here. So if you're asking me if that was like a mistake, lucky, or they tricked something, it's more like paperwork was like lines were crossed out kind of thing. That's more what I'm seeing. Being very, very honest with you. So if you're asking about the lying, yes. Lying is 100% like in the cards. That's like saying emotionally, yeah, you already know that. But like if anyone did any misdeeds, no. It's just they lied to kind of redirect money almost. So I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I don't know if I even know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. See, now I'm reading the chat. Okay, so yes, he has a lot of bank loan against him. Yeah, there's definitely, but there's infinite money there. So, but there's something that was trickery, like some sneaky something happened behind the scenes. But you're emotionally, you already know. You're like, I got it. You're like, you don't have to tell me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think you already understand what I'm saying. You're like, I just need to show somebody. But that's kind of why you're asking the question, I guess, too. So, oh, see, yeah. It's just on to bigger and better. I don't know. Okay, let me keep reading. I'm gonna close the queue for now. Actually, I think I should just close it for the night. It is a little bit later than normal, but I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. to read on both TikTok and on YouTube. Let me grab. I'll tell you what. I'll grab 3 users, and then the rest of you guys, if you didn't get picked, I will try to grab you tomorrow. I'll make every effort in my soul to pick you. All right, guys, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, so that's Lori, Nancy, and Isabella. All right. So country, if you want to be around tomorrow, I can definitely read for you. And Madeline, same thing. Not trying to ice you out. I just don't have the energy to keep going for the night. All right. So, Lori, are you still available for a reading? All right. Thank you guys for hanging in there. I do appreciate you just even hanging with us and talking and chatting. It's very, very nice. It depends on the energy, you know. All right, Lori. There you go. Okay. Let's take a look. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, I'm gonna Palo Santo my hands. Well, it's the stuff that I got. It's basically, it's like holy water. It's kind of cool. It's like sage for the hands, I guess is the best way to explain it. I have noticed a little difference. I kind of just, it's got like Palo Santo. It's got like sage. It's got like a little like rubbing alcohol, but not. I don't know. It smells like that, but it's all earth based. Okay. All right, Lori, this is for you. Okay, yeah, that feels a little bit better. All right. Yeah. See, first card there it is. See, it jumped. Love offer coming in. This is a divine love offer. Just so you know, when the cups come out like that, and that's a baby. That's a relationship. Anything like that is a divine love offer. That's like a delivery person comes to your door and you're like, oh, hi. And then they become your friend and partner long term. This is not by accident. This comes in on purpose. The universe knows what it's doing. It's bringing this person into your emotions on purpose. It's trying to show you something on purpose. It's trying to connect you to that heart, the heart that you want on purpose. All right, let's pull for your logic. Look. You've been very defensive. You've been very cold, or maybe disconnected to your heart, or whoever this is. Queen of Swords energy is Libra energy. So your justice and your Libra and your deep connection is there. But I'm going to say you probably left people hanging, or you had the power to cut them completely off because you hold the sword. You hold all the knowledge. You always have something or somebody on your mind. You're always focused on somebody or something. You're always trying to kind of protect this or be guided to something. The universe is saying, look out for like September, October, that timeline. Something's going to be coming for you because you have this jump or something going to happen here. Because what happens is this offer probably comes in and you're ready. You're like, I'll cut you right off. And this is like, I'm like an angel coming, walking through the door, and you're like, I'll cut you. Yeah, see, you're ready to battle. And the universe is like, put your weapons down, soldier. It's like, really, it's telling you. Because this person's coming with a divine cup saying, I have so much to offer you. And you're like, I'll cut you right apart. And there's nothing wrong with you being super protective because you come from a very just place and understanding of protection. And this is like I said, it's like that September I'm going to go into I have to protect mode energy. See, look, it comes in and you're kind of looking to say, why would you come in? Why would this be here? And this is you just saying, well, what if you walked with it? What if you guided it? The universe wants you to understand this is short throw energy. You can you can flip a switch and go right back to who you ever want to be at any time. Firecracker energy. This is Cancer. Queen of Cups, just so you know. So at the heart of things, you're really a lover. You're really a divine nurturer. You're like, I would love to just hold hands and watch stars. But you have to come across very difficult, very hard, very, I'll fight at the drop of a hat because of whatever this is. The universe is about to test this over the next few weeks, maybe months, but I'm getting more like to that July-ish timeline. Something comes in, and it's already poked its head in once. Because you can see there was a messenger that came through here, and you have the bird here. So it's been flying around. Something's been on your mind. Keep going. Look, the star. This is not by mistake, not by chance, not by accident. This is reality. The universe says you want what you want, you get what you get. That's how it works. Do you want to be alone, then you be alone. If you want to be happy, you be happy. Your golden opportunity is coming in. You don't have to hold your swords so high. You've learned something. Because these are divine, these are major arcana cards. This is like showing like your divine presence coming in. Because you're flipping the switch. See, there's another one, strength. At the bottom of this, you've learned to be very emotionally strong. Like no one can take you out, rock your world. This is a Leo energy. This is that like July into August. Over the next couple of months, you might be like, you know what, I'm going to try to be me. I'm going to try to be the happiest version of me and just kind of follow through. And if I have to, I'll switch right back. Because I'm very intelligent, I know what I can do. But you're going to open yourself up to this opportunity of love and happiness. Because you are very much in charge, and this energy is going to come from the divine. There's your angel. This is the root chakra. This is the intimacy. This is like the place where you kind of connect. But you always have on your shoulder, on your side, is that strength. That's always been imbued with you. That's never going to leave you. You can't lose that. And then look, on the other side of things is you carry a big stick, no joke. But you have past life energy. We have these three pyramids that come into things. That's just saying you can always start to build on your energy and who you are as a soul. Who are you? Where do you come from? How many lives have you lived? What's your life sign number? Where do you come? What is the purpose of your journey at this moment? Look at yourself as a traveler on this big map. And you're traveling. Yeah, you work and do a job, but what is your purpose? What are you trying to do? How are you trying to connect to people? That's what the universe is challenging you to do. It's going to offer you something divine and say, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to just use all that powerful information, that knowledge that you have, and that wonderful abundance of defense, and you're going to push it away? Or are you going to say, come in, I want to talk to you, and learn from it? The past life says you're basically going to flip the switch where you're so strong energy. You know, I could run away, do this, and fight. This is you coming into it with this idea, like I can still run away, but I'm open to the idea of it. All right, let's pull two cards here. And I said, okay, I said two, but it gave me two. Look, sneaky energy and life lessons. You're going to meet people who are sneaky. Understand that. That's okay. The universe is going to throw these curveballs at you. That's okay. Just be ready to dodge and punch. Say, yeah, bye-bye. Anyone that comes in your life that's not serving you, you can cut them off. The universe says, good job. Teach others how to carry that sword. But love is ultimate goal. Be the loving version of yourself. That's all you got to do. So coming into the next few months, you're going to be very, very happy because you're going to focus on your happiness, your self-care. It doesn't matter what people think. You're going to basically focus on who makes you happy. It's you. Your happiness comes in. You'll fight for that. You're going to fight for what that is in you. I see the strength come down here. This is Leo energy. Like I said, I feel like you're basically you're kind of switching your energy up. You're saying, hey, I'm going to go one way. Because you see it on both cornerstones, which is very, very prominent. This whatever this offer comes in, it might even be like, hey, let's go to a concert. Let's go do this. Let's kind of go hang out. Let's go. And you're like, oh, yeah. And you haven't been expecting to do something. And it makes you fall in love with either yourself or somebody new. It's because you switched your energy. You can see it. All right, Lori, check back in. Let me know how it goes. Seriously. But yeah, you're kind of finding your new version of you, your new Zen. You know, that's kind of what it feels like. And you're very much on target, which I love. All right. Nancy, what do we got here? Nancy. Yeah, no, seriously, Lori, honestly. It's kind of like fuck everybody else. I want to be happy. But you really do it. You know, like it's not like, oh, I'm not going to hold the door for people because that makes you happy. that makes you happy. And if someone says, why do you hold the door? Just say, shut up. I don't care. But don't even engage them. Just do what makes you happiest. You know, don't let anything get in your way of happiness. I'm telling you, just focus. Say, hey, by September 1st, look, see, cards are still jumping for you. I'm just trying to shuffle my way into a new read for Nancy, and my cards are still jumping. Let's get over heartbreak. Understand, you pass judgment on yourself. That's all. Am I worthy? Yeah, you're a fucking rock star. Look, manifest that new version of yourself. It's all there. Who are you? Like, who are you? Who is that amazing person that lives there? You know, you just don't do things because you're afraid of what people might say. Okay, or you can just be the truest self. You know, because you just want to be happy. I respect that. I think we all respect that. If you came up to me, to anybody, and said, "Hey, I just want to be happy," how's anyone going to say, "No, they're wrong. You should never be happy"? No. Yeah, see, cards are just jumping. Look, you're going to find your King of Swords. Look, these cards are still jumping. You're literally going to find your divine partner by going into your happiness. That's what's going to happen. This person's going to come in and be like your divine partner. This could be a King of Swords energy, which comes across as Aquarius energy. But just a heads up, for real. Don't give up on anything. You are the boss of your universe. We are just living in it. All right. I don't know. Is Nancy here? I don't think Nancy is here. All right, Isabella, I think you can go next, and then we'll see what happens. All right. No worries, but yeah, thanks, Lori. Isabella, do you have a question? I don't know. I think you did, but I just kind of got lost in chat somehow. I'll just jump back up here. I don't see it. All right. Oh yeah, let's take a look at T energy. All right, Isabella, let's take a look at T energy. I'm gonna open this up. Full throttle. Well, if Nancy is not here, I'm gonna probably pull for one more. That's what I'll do. So, and I think it would just be you anyway at this point. But let me get reading on to Isabella. And you want to see T's energy, huh? Let's see this. Let's see what this. Yeah, it's coming through. I don't know if are they skittish? Oh no, they're not. Do you come across as aggressive? Is that what this is? Devil energy. It's Capricorn. Just so you know. December, January, Devil, Queen of Pentacles energy. That's like that. That's your emotions. Maybe you're going through a lot of like deep emotions. This is not a good thing, not a bad thing, but I'm wondering if you're maybe feeling kind of like emotional about something. Keep going through this. Yeah. Emperor energy. Boss mode. I love this. This could have started, or maybe this kicked off from you or with the situation in the beginning of September. No, actually, you know what I would say? More like March. Because with the Devil here, I'd say more like March-ish. Considering that, yeah. I don't know if something went down or you maybe had a fight, because it's about respect or leadership and kind of like not seeing yourself, or kind of like something went down with somebody. You can see how there's two people here and now there's one. Not seeing someone in themselves as like a respected person or a leadership. Kind of like, why don't you respect me? I don't know what this is. I don't know if this person's not respecting you or you don't feel respected, but something's coming through. I just want one. Look at, oh my gosh, I know why. You're feeling, if you keep this feeling going on, it's going to be like a challenge, but the reality is you're going to come out ahead. You can see how you're hiding in the bushes. This is Capricorn energy. What are we looking for here? What are we trying to connect? I never liked this jump here, but this is something divine. No divine energy happens other. This is why I'm getting this card like this. I'm getting that double card pull. All night it's been trying to push this on me. Let's keep pulling here for you, because on this Devil card here underneath, it's exploration. The universe is coming in saying, hey, when things get really bad, do you go explore within? Do you become more of an introvert? Is that the case? And no one's saying it's a bad thing. You get this gray area, but this Two of Wands says, I'm just waiting. I'm not sure. I'm gonna make a choice. That's what the universe is trying to push you into and challenge you. It's going to try to push you into this like kind of like corner. And the universe is saying, I'm coming in to give you a heads up. Boss mode energy can break you out. Like you can really say, hey, I know all my achievements. I know what I'm capable of. So if something's been slowing you down, something's been taking your energy, and if this is this T, I don't know, but there's a lot of passion here. So this could be them connecting to you. I'm not sure I see that yet. Maybe. Hold on. This is actually growing into... Oh, why do birds suddenly appear? Maybe. Okay, hold on. Because what this is passion, obsession. So it kind of can be a really negative situation. It grows into it like a passionate, I need you, I want you, but won't let go. That's what I'm saying. Be cautious. Because in emotion, it sits there in the 3D. It's going to show there. It's not going to be very helpful to you in growth. See how it's in reverse of money? What's going to happen, and logically, you're going to say, I need to grow. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to build something. So, King of Swords is Aquarius energy. We have the Emperor energy. We have the... Emperor energy comes in usually not straight up as Emperor energy. However, it will come up like either if it's a Aries fire. So it could come up saying, hey, I'm defending. I'm not sure if you're dealing with... I was going to say, I'm not sure if you're dealing with love or somebody, but this is just pure love. You guys are in absolute love, and you're trying to manage it. With the experience you guys have, it might be really tough. I'm sorry, it's just tough. It's not even a bad relationship. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think they want you. I think this is very, very good energy. I think it's just you're very balanced on what you want, and I see what I see here. But they're trying to understand how to keep each other happy, and then they just turn away, and it feels neglected. So what I'm saying here is, you guys absolutely want each other long term. Yes, you guys want each other, and then what happens is when you guys start to have to do your other things, and you go back to reality, when you come off the moon, saying, "Oh yeah, we have to live our lives." That's the challenge. The universe says you're about to be challenged. When you go, I'm the one. I know I'm the one. I don't feel like I'm not. But then when I have to go by myself, it's a question of love. And then there's this kind of strength energy. And you get into your head, or they get into their head. Something happens here. Let's pull from my secondary deck. I don't think their energy is bad. I think that I want to see some protection. There it is. Yeah, I think your relationship's going to grow immensely, but more so at a very fast rate. This is an old soul is what this is. Just be very careful. See? Yeah, it's like you can run away if you wanted to. You could absolutely run away. That's what's making this very, very intoxicating to you. I've never seen even something remotely like this look. It looks very innocent to you. Behind the scenes, it's a very old soul about to teach you many lessons. They're very ahead of whatever the situation is. Just so you know, they can take control. It's like a cat and mouse game. That's what I couldn't understand. Usually I can say, "Oh, be powerful." This other person, this person has some soul age to them, and that's a good thing. But understand, you're going to learn from them in a spiritual way. They just haven't opened up to any of that yet, to their full spiritual self yet. Okay, I think that was it for this side. Let me just double check. Let me see. I think Nancy's gone. That's what I think. So Nancy's supposed to be up. Country. Is Country here? Is Country still here? Oh, I know. I have both you guys right here. So, all right. Let me open the queue for you for a minute here. I'm gonna open the queue and then let you join, and then I'll pick one more read. All right. Country. I don't think country's here though. Exclamation point join. I think Madeline, you're already on the queue, but you guys should be able to join. So, well, basically, we will replace Nancy with one final person. So whoever gets picked gets picked. It's all random. But we'll see what happens here. Hopefully it works. There it goes. Barbie 30 gaming. What is that? Oh, is that you, Barbie 30 gaming? I get you. All right. I think is country here? I don't think country. I think country bounced. That was a while ago. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I'll close the queue. We'll let it pick between either one of you, Madeline or Barbie. No worries. No worries. If Barbie works for you, it works for me. Okay. All right. Here we go. So it's gonna pick from either you or Madeline. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, roll. Oh, now it went back to Sukanya. Sukanya? Oh, there it goes. Nice. All right. I wonder if that's because you're on your own channel. Hopefully I just gave you a shout out. That's good. All right. This is for you then. Let's get going. All right, Madeline. I'll read you first tomorrow if you can sign in. Try to get in there. If you can get in there, I'll try to jump you right out ahead of the queue. All right. I appreciate you hanging in here waiting. But tonight was not your night. That's all it is. It's not like you weren't meant to have a reading. It's more like the energy just didn't align. All right. Do we have a question here? My question: who is coming? Oh, you just want to know who's into you, who's vibing your energy. I get you. All right, let's take a look here. First card. Look at. Are we going through past pain though? We going through a past relationship? Because the Tens of Swords is a powerful card, but it's also telling us a Gemini energy. It's calling us past lovers, past pain of lovers. Knight of Swords could pop in here, but emotionally you're going through some pain. We have to acknowledge that. Just say that, okay? Just put that out there. It's not a bad thing. No one's looking down on anyone. No one's disrespecting anyone. Love hurts. There's no pain like it. But yeah, let's take a look at your future here. We have to say you're taking charge. You're grabbing one of those swords and saying, "I'm going to boss mode up." That's Aquarius energy. Aquarius mode energy is King of Swords. That is star energy. That allows you to take charge. That's like beginning of New Year. You're like if you celebrate New Year, that's you taking charge and saying, "I'm going to do this from now on." By doing that, you're connected to not only your happiness but passion. You have this long commitment. You go with all your information first, and you have a backbone of concrete. There is no stopping you. You might have a couple people on your mind. You're always thinking. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Look, you manifest through wishing, through almost creation. So going through this relationship, going through this person, wherever this is, if you want to know if they're cheating on you, if they're going with somebody, there's pain here. People are going to hurt you. People are going to take advantage of you, but you boss mode up every time. Anyone takes advantage of you, you have to learn from whatever this was. You can't just roll right back into any pain. If anyone's taking advantage of you, it's not going to work like that. It doesn't have any relevance to this because your new person didn't do that past pain. We were talking about this earlier. This is about our past lives. You're trying to learn something. The only connection, that's why sometimes we wrap up our new partner into the old relationship, is we feel something. We're like, why does it feel the same? Even though they're not doing it. There's some undertone. Past lives sit there and teach us something. Maybe we had some kind of unresolved business, like with a past life partner. Maybe a past life partner, we let them perish, we're like, oh, they, in a fire or something, we couldn't save them. And here, there's something with us, and we can't help them now. And it might be something feeling unrelated, but we always want to be with people, our soulmates, our soul tribe. This happiness is you learning something, you're gaining some little knowledge. There's a new pigeon, kind of like a carrier pigeon. We talk about those and how it gives you this new knowledge, this new way to look at things, new perspective. Deep connection, long term. Look at pain is information. That's the motto. That's what you're learning. Pain is information, whatever that is. If you have pain, you have to take it and learn, because that's going to teach you to help others. And that's what your goal is going to be going into the future. Four of Swords energy allows you to build, create, and then get to that ultimate Emperor energy, that big time boss mode energy. That's like taking charge of all the other signs. But you have to be hurt in order to understand what pain is. See? It's very easy to be the charmer, the one who takes over and says, "Oh, I got you," you know. And you're very good at that. But what you're good at is you're good at doing that with a strength, with a power. You do that with a finesse. Emotionally, something feels off, feels dead, feels over. You're coming into soul tribe energy, soul tribe connections, soul tribe long term. This is you. This is your growth. This is your future. This is where it connects you. You can see how it's one person, one, and then all of a sudden it blasts out to this 5 people here. Don't worry about the cards and anything else. Don't interpret it. Don't long term. Just look. This is you being hurt, looking at the good memories. Go past that. Go here. You'll see. You're looking into the soul tribe. All the same passions, all the same beliefs. It's going to help support you in whatever you're trying to do. You don't have to go it alone. It's going to make this dream come true. In 3D, something's going to grow and build. Emotionally, underneath it all, you are very giving, very supportive, and what I really like is you have an empathetic heart. You're willing to take a chance for other people. That's no joke. And you're connected to something from a different angle, from something. You can see the turtle's head here, and it's something I was only turned on to from a subscriber. But this I always take to heart, because we have a subscriber, and their name is Tortoise Love. And they said, "Hey, look, a turtle's head." I'm like, oh my gosh, they're right. And that's what we have here. So whenever you have like these connections, these long-term connections, or you have these inside connections, it's for purpose. It's meant to be. Your prince or princess charming energy that comes from your heart, that's real. That's meant to be. That's leading the soul tribe into something big. Look, that's the cup. Where do you think the cup came from? The cup doesn't just exist. It was given to you either from a past life or was given to you midlife through a life lesson. You have to achieve something to get something. You're learning this and you're growing, building, but you have to take on some major pain. You're like, I'm going to deal with all that pain. But when you deal with whatever pain it is you had in the recent past, and this is Ten of Swords energy, so it's really strong. I don't love Ten of Swords, but I understand you're actually growing. Like, you're taking whatever your emotions are and saying, how can I learn from this? No, teach me. And you're really growing. You don't take it into, like, how you emotionally feel, you do not take it into your future. However you manage that, I'm going to see it here in a second, is, look at cards are just jumping, is really amazing to me, because there's something that you must have a knack for. It's like, I don't want to say dealing with past pain or trauma, but dealing with something. And that's how you became so powerful. Yeah, it's like you've been put out in the cold. You know what it's like. When someone says something, you go, I know what it's like. You can fill in the blank. That's amazing. I can feel your heart. That's awesome. Like, people go, oh, I feel bad for people. You go, I was those people. Like, I was them. And like, you go, I'm going to teach you something right now. And you can bring an inside perspective. That's what you bring to the table. Look, that's your Emperor energy. That's your powerful energy. That's your soul tribe energy. That's what rides the horse. That's what says, hey, I'm going to bring you guys to something, to raise your vibration. That's why you've been gifted this cup, this amazing opportunity to have new relationships, new bonds. So if you're asking about this relationship, yeah, long term you're going to connect to something, but this is going to grow your energy to something bigger, better. This is more than one person. This is a lot of people. Like, you're not coming into one person. The universe is providing with a bunch of people because you've been open on a very, very deep level. You've gone through a lot of pain. So what the universe says, well, if you've gone through this much pain, guess what? You get this much pleasure. It's like a reward. There's balance in the universe, and we have to figure that out really quick. We have to figure that out very, very quickly. Some of us have, and some of us haven't. I can predict when bad things are about to happen. I'm getting really good at it. About 10 years ago, I said, I want to read the universe. My family, friends were like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, I'm going to learn how to read the universe. And I have. I started to. So I predicted something. I'm predicting a lot of good stuff. But I'm not trying to predict it in that way. I'm trying to communicate with the universe and say, like, tell me something. And it does. It tells you stuff. It's an amazing correspondence. I think you guys, like, when you go through these journeys are yours, and they're very unique. They're very tailored to yourself. But you have one split decision to make, and it will change everything in an absolute instant. And that's what I love. And it took me a while to understand that, even as a tarot reader. All right, guys. That's it for this evening. I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. I promise you. Yeah, I have to tap out. I've been reading for a few hours. So I try to read around 2 to 3 hours, but I'm going to be on for about 3 hours tomorrow night. So I want to make sure I'm crisp. So I came on, actually, and I had a really good night tonight. I read on TikTok. I'm still live over there now. And then I read on, obviously, YouTube. So let's take a look here and see what my channel says. Yeah, so if you guys would like my channel, if you have enjoyed watching it, share it. Let other people know. I definitely love reading for friends, family, and that's what I consider you guys. I really do. So if you enjoy watching the content, keep an eye out. Some new stuff's going to come out, and I really enjoy connecting to my spiritual side, and then get to share it with you guys more and more. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Please remember, without you, I'm not here. So that's true. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Drop them in the comments. I will definitely take a look at them. And but I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Brenduska, as always, thank you very much. You are very, very helpful. Yes, I saw the likes, because you're so helpful. I do appreciate you. I mentioned you too. You were mentioned the other day. Actually, on the 4th of July, we were talking about Brenduska, how helpful Brenduska is. So I think if we're all supportive together, that's amazing. It really is. And I just let you guys. I read, like, I kind of like tell you, hey, this is how I'm reading tarot, and I'm just kind of let you guys in on what I'm seeing. But for you, I absolutely open up. Sometimes I'll slow it down depending on what it is. I was explaining this to some friends today, and it was like what? I said, I don't always say exactly what I'm seeing. Like, I don't open up the 100% because I'm trying to be a little bit PG. But, oh, God. Some of those X-rated, I would love to do an X-rated channel once. It would just be so fun. Because my cards go that deep. I can read animals. And it's pretty accurate from what I can tell. Because they have energy. And obviously you connect to them. I never considered it, but I was messing around on my cat one time. He's since passed away. I miss him so much. Oh, God, I cried. See, that's what I'm saying. I was able to read him very instantly. He was laying on my lap. I said, hey, I'm going to read you. He just looked at me, and I just threw cards on him. And it was like, then he eventually got sick. We predicted it. I was sad, but I was like, wow. It's bananas. It was bananas. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of that's my story of how I get into it. Is oh my God, my boy Jack. I call him Jaguar. He's a all black cat. He's so good. But anyway, no, he was old. He was an old boy, but he definitely gets sick. But yeah, it was just really interesting. He was my cat. But yeah, I have so many stories I could tell you guys. I would love to talk for hours on this stuff. But I need to get my voice a rest. I thank all you guys. If you have yet to thumbs up, please do help me out. Share the channel. I made an Aquarius video the other day, and I was just guided to do it. I don't know why, and something had happened to a friend right after that, and it was so weird. So take a look at it. If you're an Aquarius, take a look at it. I don't know if something's going down, but I haven't posted Aquarius videos in a while, and I was just said, hey, go down and make a video, and I was going through something really spiritual that day, and I was like, okay. So if you're an Aquarius, do yourselves a favor and take a look. See if anything's in there for you, or resonates. It was really interesting. Because I'm not planning on doing those for a little bit, and I just made one. With no purpose, just to share a message. And it was like, okay. It's just like coming on tonight. Like I let my intuition dictate when I'll come on. But, all right, guys. I'm rambling on. I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see some of you tomorrow at 7 p.m. And as always, thank you, Brenduska. All right, guys, be safe.